Welcome to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Fings.
And we're back, man, with a live podcast.
We got a live one.
Huh?
So we got a live one.
Yeah, we got a live one this time.
Yeah.
We got a group of people sitting here now.
Yeah.
There'll be some more rolling in, but let's get right into it. All right.
This light is bright.
It is bright as fuck. I feel like I'm being interrogated.
I feel like I'm going to heaven.
Yeah. All right. For the first one, there was a...
Wait, you didn't... It's the 300th episode. You ain't said nothing
I didn't
about
say...
it.
Oh, nothing special?
Yeah.
It's on my jacket. We got 300 episodes.
Yeah, man.
You see it?
300 episodes.
There it is. A Trucker's Mind, 300.
Thank you.
What more do I need to say?
That's it, I guess.
It's on me.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's get right into it. Earlier, probably a couple months ago, there was a list that came out, and it was basically a list of where women don't like to go. You know, different restaurants and what have you. Mm-hmm. Some of them I agree with. Some of them I don't. And let's go over it. One of them was the Cheesecake Factory. I don't agree with that one. But let me go through the list first, and then we'll go back. Mm-hmm. Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, your house, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet. Yeah, the buffet is fucking nasty.
Yeah, you can't take no date to it.
Yeah.
You can't go
If you guys are both fat, you'll love it. IHOP, Denny's, the gym. I disagree with the gym. Might not. That's more of a meetup. Gym is more of a meetup.
Yeah.
Church, Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates.
Church ain't no date, though.
Huh?
Say church ain't no date.
You shouldn't be going to church to meet women, man. Trying to get the Lord's word, not trying to learn something.
Yeah.
All right. Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions. Movie.
Starbucks is cool.
Yeah.
I think Starbucks is solid.
It's an acquired taste. If you're really a person that likes to
If you
partake
like coffee.
in.
If you like coffee.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's rolling in. Hey, what's going on?
Got the Johnsons in the building.
Yeah, they got the Johnson coming in.
With some Starbucks, too.
All right.
We just talked about it.
They got a little mocha lattes. How you doing, sir? You guys look very festive. I like that, what's the little hoodie you got?
Thanks for coming.
All right.
Yeah. We were just talking about the places women don't want to go on first dates.
Right, and we just said, was it Starbucks, right?
Yeah, Starbucks.
They both got
one.
coffee, so see?
They way past the first date.
All right, don't ruin it.
Oh,
I'm just trying to make a point. All right. My shit closed up. Oh, shit. Hold on.
Come on, man.
All right, there we go.
People
All
watching.
right, there we go. Family functions, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar. That's
The
fucking
hookah
nasty.
Bar, nah.
Yeah, that's trifling. Yeah. A bar just for drinks, Waffle House, and sports events. Let's go back over this, because some of these are lazy. Any fast food chain is lazy.
Yeah.
That's just fucked up.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't take a chick to McDonald's. That's just fucking, that's bad. If you're in a relationship, yeah, she gonna get these fries. But if you not, if you guys are like just meeting up, that's not cool. Just a place.
Not on the first date.
Nah.
That's crazy.
You need somewhat of an ambiance, just a little, like something small, nothing major.
Yeah.
And then you got, Cheesecake Factory is pretty expensive, and they got good food there.
Cheesecake is cool.
If I can't take you to Cheesecake Factory, I will eat there by myself. And you just fucking leave. Applebee's, I don't see a problem with that. Anybody see a problem with Applebee's? No? You like it?
Applebee's is cool.
You what?
Dang.
You said McDonald's?
over Applebee's.
You married a good one, DJ.
Low maintenance.
All she needs
in
is
some areas.
Yeah, all you need is a Big Mac, brother. That's all. All right. You got Chili's. Same. It's the same on the same tier as Applebee's.
Yeah, Chili's and Applebee's is cousins.
Yeah. Chipotle, nah. That's no.
No.
It's just way too. It's like assembly line food.
Yeah.
You just got beans here, rice there, and you're just rushing through there, and then you sit there and eat. That's
yeah,
like,
you got to sit down and be served. That's like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's your girl, then you could go eat burritos. It doesn't matter. But
Yeah. Not on the first date.
The movies, no. But the movies is where you take a girl when you're not looking for much depth.
The movies is a first date when you like 14 years old.
Yeah.
That's like a solid first date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You eat nachos and shit like that.
Yeah, the girl in your English class.
Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden. That's good. They got good breadsticks.
Olive Garden is fire, though.
Very good breadsticks.
Yeah.
Very fine people there. The The movie. Oh, you already used the movie. Your House. Nah, you can't do that.
Nah.
You don't want to deal with a woman you could bring over for the first night. That ain't.
Yeah.
Nah. You might need to go
crazy too.
You might need to go to the clinic if that happens. You might as well go to. You are better off going on a date to the clinic than your fucking house for the first date.
First date, clinic or Sierra Vista.
Yeah, let's go to the clinic first.
Yeah.
Check this thing out. Buffalo Wild Wings. No.
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 Yeah.
That's kind of lazy. What do you guys think? That's lazy.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, you liked it?
I mean, it's fine.
Wow. See, this is why we can't speak for everybody. They
But-
both mutually agreed that was
Yeah.
fine.
Sometimes we be trying to overthink it,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it could be as simple as a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Probably, they were supposed to be together, though. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there'll be some disagreements otherwise. You guys like wings? Are you wings people? Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
You guys, in this guy, I know he's a wing guy.
Plot twist. I go there and get tacos.
What?
Now you go there and get the chicken sandwich. You look
Wow.
like a chicken sandwich.
Let's change the fucking subject, man.
I don't think I've ever tried those. Yeah.
Oh, street tacos?
Is it like fried or is it the chicken grilled or what?
It's grilled chicken, but it got some type of sauce on it.
It's a street taco that's not made on the street?
They call it a street taco.
Really? Wow, that's a company taco. Golly. Okay. Red Lobster. That's a good date.
Red Lobster.
It's going to cost you some money, too.
Yeah.
If you don't appreciate a Red Lobster date, that's
I
pretty
heard they
fucked
got
up.
like bottomless shrimp now.
Bottomless shrimp?
Yeah, where you can go and you pay like a flat rate, and then you get in all the shrimp that you want.
What's the catch?
Your bows? I don't know.
Yeah, probably. They left the shell on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. A buffet. What do you guys think? Anybody eating at a buffet? Any objections? Anybody gonna do it? No?
No.
You know what's crazy? How is Golden Corral still open? The
That's
what?
the one. That's nasty.
What's weird about it is it's like elderly people.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just always dirty.
Yeah.
It's always like potatoes and shit scattered all over the place. I don't get it.
I ain't gonna front. Last time I went, I had a good time.
You did?
Yeah, it was.
Did your glasses fog up?
Nah, they didn't fog up there.
Okay, yeah. So the buffet's out. IHOP. Fuck no. That's lazy. Anybody go on a date to IHOP? Really?
You
But
would
it
go?
must have been really late. Was it
IHOP
late?
is-
I have don't stay over like that's Denny's.
Oh.
Date or your first date?
I
It's
guess
supposed
it's
to
the
be a
first
first
date.
date.
First.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's a no go.
Yeah. I think that as a man, I think, I'm sorry, go ahead. 100%.
That's real. Yeah.
Act your budget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So,
agree.
Yeah, basically the theme of the whole conversation is be yourself from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to take the girl to the Padre or something like that, and you
Yeah.
can't really afford the Padre consistently.
I think that it is a misrepresentation of my finances if I take you to a place that's fucking $400 for one
Yeah.
plate.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna expect that from me every time. That would be my fault.
Yeah.
That's not the woman's fault. She just had somebody that tricked off on her, did that shit before, and
Yeah.
now she thinks everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
A lot of this list, a lot of it is men's fault.
Think so?
Yeah,
How so?
because somebody was dumb enough to do
Oh,
it.
somebody took them
Yeah.
to like a fancier restaurant. the
Somebody
first
was
time.
dumb enough to do it,
Like P.F.
and
Chang's
she's
or
like,
something.
I only eat the $12,000 plates of food
Yeah.
because fucking an old man bought her it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put her in his will and everything. All right, what's another one? Denny's, it's the same shit as IHOP. What about you? What do you guys think? No? It's nasty? What's nasty about it? The whole entire place? The whole establishment is nasty?
I like they pancakes.
Denny's is lower IHOP. That's like
Oh, dang.
IHOP adjacent?
Denny's is to IHOP what Walmart is to Target.
Dang.
Wow. It's some Walmart behavior, though. Like,
At Denny's?
Well, just in general, I've started to notice that Target is a little better. I go into Target, I don't got to worry about, getting stabbed or anything.
That's IHOP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
The gym. No, that's
No.
a bad one. What do you guys think? Meetup. That's a meetup. That's 100% that's a meetup. What do you think, Manny? Yeah, that's a meetup.
It's a meetup.
Yeah, that's all it is, a meetup. But hold on. This is a good one. The gym, and then afterwards maybe go grab some frozen yogurt. I've done that. That was still a meetup
That was
adjacent.
the first date or the
It
first
wasn't the first
meetup?
date. I just seen her in the gym
Yeah.
over and over and introduced myself. And then
Yeah.
she worked out, and I was like, hey, you want to grab some yogurt? And it was walking distance.
Yeah.
And
She said yeah.
yeah, we enjoyed yogurt.
Say yes to the yogurt.
And then later on that week, we enjoyed some adult beverages. You got to plant the seed, folks.
What
All
kind
right.
of what kind of drinks?
Adult beverages, Keith. I think
Just
that
very
summarizes.
general adult
Right, man.
beverages.
I know you can't see, but that doesn't affect your ears, okay? All right. Church. Any objections? Can you meet at church or no? Can you? You said yes?
Can you meet at church or
Yeah. Can you, is it a first? Is that a good place for a first date? Yeah. Is that the political correct thing or?
They are ministers too.
What do you think, bro? You got nothing?
He-
The what? What's that? Oh,
if she go to church with you,
it's a lot of pressure, man.
if she agrees to the date,
Mhm.
she in there like sweating, then you know it's something.
Wow.
Something about her.
she a Jezebel.
Yeah. I'm gonna go no, only because I'm going to hear the word. I'm going to hear the word.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hook up.
It's not really like a date. You just like going together to hear the word.
Yeah, if you really built like that, though, it's different. Like if y'all both really built like that, like
does
y'all
that
really
mean?
Christians, like
Oh.
y'all was born into a whole big Christian family.
Y'all just praising together?
Yeah, y'all just praising. Like, in Ephesians it says, that's when you should really go on a date. But if you're me, absolutely not. Starbucks. We already went over
Yeah,
that.
we said,
I think
yeah.
that'll pass.
I think Starbucks is cool. Even if it's not like an official date,
Mm-hmm.
just like to meet up, get to know each other. It's a great space.
Yeah, this is it's more pricier than you think. Believe it or not, McDonald's done went up. What the fuck is a McChicken? Almost $5.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nuts, man.
Does the price of the date dictate the value of the date?
I don't think it does. I don't think it
We
does.
got a mic for because I don't know if they can hear him. So
I don't.
we can
Oh,
pass
that's
the mic around.
Yeah, we might need to
wanna-
do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and grab it.
DJ is kind of our third host, anyways.
Go ahead and take this around.
And I'll just pass it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pass it around so we get you on audio. I don't know how much it cost. We lost some content for a minute. You said what?
What'd you say? Yeah.
So the question was,
There we go.
Does the price of the date dictate the value of the date?
I say no. I think that it's based on if there's some type of ambiance and more of a relaxed place to chill out, I don't see a problem with it. But if it's a place where it's just too businessy and it's just fries and burgers, and I don't think so. I think if you're gonna take a woman out, you ain't got to go to the best place, but just be kind of thoughtful. Just kind of.
I think the most important thing is to being thoughtful, because
Right.
you can spend a bunch of money and then not even really enjoy each other's company.
100%.
Don't nobody want that.
Also, too, if a woman is expecting something very expensive, she's not looking to find anybody. I think she's just looking at you as a come up.
Yeah.
If you dumb enough to stay going and doing it, that's on you. But that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
So, what's the other restaurant? We've got coffee dates. It's the same shit as Starbucks. Ice cream dates. What about that?
Ice cream is fire.
But eating ice cream on a date,
Rosemary's?
you better not lick that ice cream wrong. She'll be like, he was gay.
That's crazy.
He was licking too hard.
I don't think that's a good date.
Pass it.
Yeah, that's it.
Pass it to him.
You also can't order a banana split.
Oh yeah.
That's
You
zesty.
got to break that banana in half.
Yeah.
Go
I don't think
Speaking to the top. Speak to the top of the mic.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
There we
I
go.
don't think an ice cream date for the first date is good, especially for us black people, because we lactose.
Yeah.
First date, bubbling, bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a good point, because I am lactose intolerant.
Yeah, that day gonna
When
be
I-
over fast.
It didn't happen when I was a kid. I drink milk a lot though at school. You know, you have a weird menu like pizza, pears, and milk.
Yeah, they put milk with everything.
If I did that science project to my stomach now, I would fucking
Be over,
implode. That's crazy.
Did
Why
y'all
didn't
have strawberry milk when you was growing up?
we did
Yeah,
temporarily. We always had it in the car.
back in the 1800s.
Yeah, 90s. Yeah.
Good deal.
Back then we didn't even have cup. They just gave us a fucking ladle,
A ladle.
like a big old scooper. Oh, what's going on?
What's
Debo
going on?
Samuel, how you doing, brother? How you
What's
guys
the
doing?
deal? What's
All
going
right.
on? That's a nice jersey.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Thanks for coming. If you guys are just catching up, we're talking about places women did not like going for a first date. It was that list that came out.
Yeah.
All right. So you get your 2 cents in. We're
Is
almost-
a live podcast a good first date?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so too.
You get to test her temperature because
Yeah.
some topics might come up, and she's going to be on the fringe of losing her mind if it's one that she ain't with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this definitely be a good one.
His palms get to sweating.
Yeah, be like Eminem in 8 Mile. All right, family functions. What do you guys think? Is that a good place for a first date? No? I don't think so either. I don't want you to meet my family.
Yeah, you gotta have some skin in the game to meet.
You got to earn that type of stuff. If you're a guy that brings a girl around your family the first time you meet, you
Some
got
people
problems.
be doing that though.
You're like, what do you call those people that fall in love with every person they meet?
I don't know.
Like a hopeless romantic?
Yeah, yeah.
Your grandma's tired of meeting these fucking girls. She's like, is this
Yeah.
Emily? Is this Jessica? Wait a minute. Which one is
Yeah.
this?
And my grandma got Alzheimer's, so it's all bad.
She'll be like, Jessica? I knew he was cheating on me. All right, movie night. We already talked about that. Netflix. I think that the Netflix Hulu thing, if you're just hooking up, that's what's happening, man. I'm sorry. If you get Netflix offered a Hulu, it's basically saying like this is as far as it's going. The bus stops here. That's basically what that means.
Yeah.
So if you get invited for a movie, I mean, you could bring popcorn if you like, but y'all not eating no popcorn.
Are you gonna tell the people your
My tactic?
your special?
Oh my God. Hey, this is embarrassing. But whenever I would have a woman over and I wanted to, have a good time, consensually, obviously, I would pick the worst fucking movie that I could find on Netflix. The worst one, like Sharknado or whatever terrible movie, because I wanted her to not be interested in the movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the record is, but I'm undefeated.
I remember once, I think me and Eddie came from working out, and this was when Redbox was super popular. I'm sitting in the car, and he get out and he walk up to the Redbox, and around this time, all good movies was out, like Transformers and a bunch of other stuff. And I could just see him swiping by all the good movies, all the blockbuster movies. And then he just started going into like the B movie section. And I didn't even ask no questions. I just, seen him pick the movie. Then years later, he told me that he would never pick interesting movies because he didn't want the girl to be engaged in a movie. Like, oh my gosh, I wonder what happens next.
Asking me about the plot. I don't care about the plot of the movie. Jesus. All right, that was embarrassing. All right, somewhere that requires a long drive. Nah, I don't think that's good for women. But we just getting to meet each other. You said the beach? I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't think women would go for that, just because for safety purposes. Like if you just first meet somebody, I don't think a woman's gonna fucking. We're going to Texas.
Nah, they ain't doing that.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's a good point, because some people got desperate, like just not desperate in that way, but desperate for human connection.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, let's go to Texas.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or not even let's go to LA, let's go to the beach with somebody you probably met 2 times.
And you can share your location now. So, you know, you
Yeah.
can share your location with.
But when everything shut down, man, that's a good point. We need more pandemics, man.
What?
What? What happened? What? All right. Bowling. That is an awesome first date. No matter how good or bad you are at bowling, there will always be a conversation piece.
Yeah.
Remember when you fell?
Yeah.
You know, when your finger got stuck and you fucking face planted in the aisle?
Yeah.
Remember when every time you tried to bowl, you never hit one pin?
Especially if the girl you're going with is like super competitive. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Yeah, or look, here's another tactic. You could be really good at bowling and you just keep letting her win and be like, oh, you're just too good today.
I would never. I would never. I would never. I'd let nobody win.
Yeah, it depends. If she has thick skin, you don't have to do that. You could just kick her ass in
If she got
everything you
thin
do.
skin, I'm still winning.
You do win? Yeah. Oh, damn. Pass him the microphone.
The podcast was cool till
Oh,
he started
shit.
running his mouth.
Pass him the mic. Speak it to the top of the mic, brother.
It's on.
It's on. It's
Yeah.
on.
It's cool until she starts running her mouth.
You got to bring some
get-
context, man.
You got to elaborate.
Well, I mean, you might, what you were saying, you might play the game initially. Just let her win, whatnot. And she started being like, yeah, that's right, that's right, I got you. You suck.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then that ego kicks in, is like, oh, no,
Uh-oh.
forget this.
That's like
Now,
I'm gonna put some on her.
now you got to pass her the mic.
Yeah.
You don't need. Oh, okay. If you're finished, pass her the mic.
Yeah.
You got something you need to
I'm
say?
done.
This is an
There you
open
go.
platform. Everybody's
That
got to
didn't
talk.
make, he wrapped it up clean because at first it sounded crazy.
Yeah, I was like, this nigga's Kevin Samuels Jr. You trying to die in here, bro? Go ahead. You guys got anything else? Any objections? No? Going once, going twice to the highest bidder right there in the denim jacket.
It says one of them was, I don't know if you got there yet, but one of them was sporting events,
That was the next. The next one was nightclubs, man.
nightclubs.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's not really a date. Yeah.
Nightclubs is a place where a bunch of inebriated people go to be devils.
But I think some people go out for like drinks though. Is that the same? Not really a night, like more of a bar.
Okay, look. If you're looking to establish anything on a first date, going to a club, it's too loud and you're around a bunch of drunk strangers. That's the worst fucking place to go.
Yeah, you can't even talk.
Yeah.
Wait, let's back up.
Okay.
Just to play. You might be able to find out, because you said if you're looking to establish any idea of who she is, you might be able to take her to a club to see who all she know.
Whoa.
Oh, dang.
Damn.
Plot twist.
Whoa.
I just thought,
Reverse Uno card.
I thought about it as you said it. I was like, wait, I
Whoa.
know that.
Look, I don't want to go through too much detail, but if you out with some girl and it's a bunch of dudes like, hey, what's up, girl? You need to let her go.
If she
Because
got,
I had that happen to me. I was out there, it was like, hey, what's up, girl? I'm like, yeah, I'm dropping her off after this. Fuck that.
yeah, she might have too many best friends.
No, but think
There
it
you go.
right.
Yeah.
But think of the
That's
odds
my
of that.
brother.
Okay, think of the odds of that. Let's say me and DJ were walking down the street. The odds of somebody from here to about 2 miles down ain't too high where it's gonna be a bunch of people like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
But if that happens multiple times in Walmart or
Wait,
fucking
did she know more people than you?
doesn't matter, man.
No, I just want to know.
Doesn't matter. They're all dudes.
No, because I'm saying like you're a person that knows a lot of people.
I
in
know
the town.
people, but
Yeah.
I mean, not
If
like
she
that.
shook more hands than you, that's crazy.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. You can tell when the energy's off too.
Yeah.
Especially on the hug.
Yeah.
He's like, "What's up, girl?"
Yeah.
And he
his
got
hand
that-
was a little too low.
Too low, yeah.
Yeah.
Your hand was about to go right near the crack. I'm like, yeah. You guys got some pre-established situation going
Yeah,
here.
it's not a good look.
Yeah, I got a bail on this one. Yeah,
You got to keep your phone open, man.
I know, man. I'm just new to this iPhone shit. All right, hookah bar.
No.
You guys want to smoke each other's face off? Is that what you're doing now?
Yeah, that's like 2011 vibes.
Okay, that's bad. A hookah bar. I don't know. I've been to a hookah bar. I don't smoke anything.
YG.
Huh?
He said just read up too.
Hookah bars, it's an acquired thing. What's the flavored tobacco? I don't smoke anything, but I smoked a little bit of it, and I was just like, what's the...
If you went on a first date with an Indian girl, that might be a good.
Is it Indians that do that?
I think they brown.
I think
just know
they're
brown.
Jordanian.
Oh, they.
Yeah, it's not like an Indian thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You got to get your races right, Keith.
Hey, man.
That was racist. Just taking all the brown people.
Smell the same to me.
This guy is so crazy. This guy is so crazy. Oh my God. You guys see that? It was like I guess it was a post. It was this Indian dude and this black dude, and they walked by each other. And they bumped into each other. And the Indian dude was like, "You got a problem?" And then the black dude put out some deodorant like, "Yeah," right? And then the Indian dude turned around with a Popeye's biscuit and went, "Ugh." That shit was hilarious.
That's funny.
That was like just a racial bomb. All right. A bar just for drinks. We kind of went over this, man.
Yeah.
You know, we know what's going on. A bar just for drinks, you're kind of setting the tone.
There's some drinks back there, too, if anybody
Yeah,
get
just
thirsty.
some non-alcoholic beverages, of course, water,
Yeah.
and
7
soda,
Ups.
which is probably
Shasta.
No, it's not Shasta. It's real lemon lime. Is it 7-Up or Sprite? One of them.
It's 7 Up.
Yeah. Either way, you got drinks back there,
Yeah.
so you don't get parched while you listen to us talk up here. Waffle House. You guys know how to fight? Oh, okay. Those Waffle House people don't fuck around. You seen those videos? Some white girl, I guess they were getting into it, and they threw a chair at her, and she caught it. She was
Dang.
cooking back there, and she put the spatula down and caught the chair. I was like, oh, my God.
Dang.
You got to know how to throw a Hadouken if you work at that place.
What about Roscoe's?
That's the same shit.
Roscoe's is a little dangerous. Waffle House.
Roscoe's got the same black man working on the grill back there. Same black dude, hair and
Roscoe's
that.
fire. Wait, you saying Roscoe's is it better than Waffle House or is it worse?
It's better.
It's better?
Roscoe's is better than
Have you
Waffle
ever
House?
been in a Waffle House?
I don't think I've ever been to. I passed by one.
Depends which one you go to.
Which Roscoe's? Some of them dangerous, huh?
I went down there.
Oh.
There's one of them. There's one of those Roscoe's that's in the hood, like in the middle of gang territory.
Is that picking up, McKeith? Is it picking up?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I
Go
was
ahead.
at the one. Remember, PNB Rock got killed last year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was at that one week before.
Wow.
I was down there for handle a traffic ticket or something,
Oh, dang.
and then I went there after I finished that and ate.
Wow.
Never
Home,
again,
come
huh?
on, a week later, he got killed up in there.
Wow.
That's the one not to go to. I hear the other ones are better.
Yeah.
You weren't like wearing any jewelry or anything, were you?
Hell no.
Because you know, that's what happened. He had jewelry on.
Dang.
They're like, let me see that Niner cap, cuz. He's wearing that hat over here, nigga. What's wrong with you?
He was real. He was very, very, very arrogant and thought he couldn't be touched.
Yeah.
And he was 30 years old, and he
Yeah.
thought he's from Philly, I think.
Yeah.
But he thought it was all, all fish and gravy in
sweet.
Cali, in L.A. And like, no, you can't be flashing in
Yeah.
L.A. They
Yeah.
gonna rob you. They gonna smoke you.
Fish and gravy. I never heard that combo. Damn. How old are you, man?
I'll be 44.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Sounded like my grandpa for a minute. Fish and gravy. Jesus. Yeah, I hear you. There's some validity to what you're saying. I think that when you go to a place you've never been, you kind of want to know the surrounding a little bit, and you don't want to wear all that money on you. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jewelry. I wouldn't do that, not even in Bakersfield.
I think he lived there, though. I think he lived in that.
Doesn't matter. You're still a
He just-
transplant.
No, I was just saying, like, it wasn't like he just didn't know. He was just, like you say, he was being too arrogant.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. These rappers, man, unfortunately, they put themselves in positions where they are vulnerable.
Yeah.
People know you, man. It's not like you're just a dude that works at Target or something. People
Yeah.
know you.
Yeah.
So you can't, rest R.I.P. Nipsey, man, but I really wish that he would have not made himself so accessible.
Yeah.
Once you become successful, you really got to treat yourself like you're important.
Yeah.
Don't be in spaces where you could get robbed, stabbed, whatever. It's not about being scary.
Yeah.
It's just about being, protective of your livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
You're an asset. You have kids. You have a family. So
Yeah.
just be.
How would he?
Pass it back there.
He got killed in front of his store, so how he prevent that?
Not being there.
Not at his own store.
You got to run your shit from the outside. Jay-Z's not in the hood.
He don't got no store though.
Fair point.
Yeah.
But Jay-Z runs, different establishments, all kind of places. But I just think that once you become this important, it's about people. It's not about you anymore. The way that they view you, you can't control that. They'll be like, okay, I'm having a bad day. Nipsey's got money. I need money.
I would say that was more of a glitch, though. Like, the way that neighborhood is set up, you can't really just walk in there if you don't know anybody. Like, obviously, it's a store, but the only reason he has so much access and the way he came through the alley and stuff like that is because they from the same gang.
True.
They from the same gang. So, yeah, people don't, I don't know, especially now, like, because we passed by it a couple times, but the way it's set up, you can't really, you don't get no access like that.
That's true. That's true. The last one here, sports events. What do you guys think? How's that going to work out for a first date? Yeah, that's a good point. You guys could be both Niner fans. That might be entertaining. Pass that back there. Go ahead.
Well, luckily, my lady ain't a sports fan.
No problems.
You know,
Yeah.
look, I'm a Warriors fan and I'm a Packers fan.
How did that happen? You're from San Diego, brother.
No, actually,
Okay.
I'm actually from Oakland, California.
Oh, okay.
Don't ever
San Diego.
disrespect him like that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Nah, but San Diego, my second home.
Got you.
Okay, but I'm a Packers fan. Sad to say because of Brett Favre.
Oh man, he stole all that welfare money, man.
He did,
Fuck.
motherfucker.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? We'll stay on this real quick. But it's crazy how everybody that we grew up watching, how their lives just fucking twisted upside down. R. Kelly, P. Diddy, Brett Favre, Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby might be the fucking worst. Because he was drugging people, man. He was like, frazzles down. Fucking weirdo, man. So many people. And it goes on. And what's crazy about P. Diddy, it's all crashing at once. You got people saying that he killed Tupac. That dude that got in trouble for the murder of Tupac, he said Diddy put him up to it. And then Diddy had this fucking lawsuit from, what's her name? Cassie. It's just coming down on him, man. Hey, man, all I know is we talked about this a long time ago. What do we say, the life score? We compare it to a credit score. The shit you do over a span of your life will create a score for you. And you may think you're getting by doing the devil's work, and all of a sudden, all that shit gets taken away. Yeah. You gotta live you have to live an integral or an integrity-based life, or it's all gonna crash. Everything might be great. You might be killing people, getting money, thinking it's fun. Yeah. All of a sudden, the police knock your door down.
Yeah,
that's what you gotta be on the up and up, man. Mm-hmm. See, like right now, we got a podcast with a small group of people. You know, in the foreseeable future, it'll be a lot more. Yeah, because we keep it honest and we keep it true. Mm-hmm. Okay, we did have to kind of barricade these people in here tonight so we could have a small group in here. But besides that, we'll be on a good track.
Yeah, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, maybe we can move on from there.
We can.
First dates. We
can. All right, switching gears. Does a person's past matter? And I think that this is a very nuanced question because, let me ask you guys, do you think a person's past matters? Yes. Okay, you say yes? Take the mic, brother. You're better? Say something in it, man. He keeps cutting off? Come on, Keith. You good? You got more batteries over there.
Yeah, I'm going to go grab them.
Yeah, we'll talk. Jeez, man, what happened? All right, go ahead, man.
Okay, like for the ladies.
Speaking to the mic a little bit more, a little louder.
For the ladies.
There you go.
If a guy has a history of physical abuse, don't you think you should know that? Or if the guy has a history of touching on kids, and you got kids.
This guy's going for it.
Don't you think you should know something like that? And on the flip side, fellas, if she has a history of prostitution, and she done slept with everybody you know, don't you think you might want to know that? Or if she has a history of stealing, or she's had a couple of husbands that died of mysterious circumstances, We've all watched Forensic Files before. I'm sure of it. Don't you think we should know that? You know, going both ways.
You're taking this shit to another stratosphere, brother.
It's
All right.
happened. It happens.
Well, you know, hold on. I'm not gonna invalidate anything he's saying. I'm gonna take it more this route. I think that a person's past matters, and it's for two words: childhood trauma. And a lot of people have traumas that they don't know about, and they can manifest in the future or manifest in the present. So a lot of people are using their past and they're making present decisions with it, right? So that's what I was more or less on the lines of. But the prostitution, I mean, maybe there's something there, okay? There's got to be, if you go into a girl's closet and you see a bunch of, like, you know, prostitute attire, I guess that's how you find out. I don't know. Wow.
I
Go
thought
ahead,
prostitution was dead for a minute. Then I drove down Union, and I was like, nah,
It's still there?
still here.
They was like, hey, you with the glasses. Go ahead, DJ.
Yeah, the prostitutes matter sign. Never mind. No, I was just gonna say that I feel like their history matters, just because at the point that you meet somebody, everything that you're meeting is their history, no matter what it is. So
okay.
whatever they're currently bringing to you, like he was speaking on the prostitution, whatever. If they have an STD right now, that didn't come from right now. That came from their past. So you need to know that.
Oh, wow.
Whatever trauma they carry right now, it came from their past.
Use another analogy, brother.
I don't know. Prostitution just felt right when he said it.
I dig you.
You do want to know that, because that could be having to do with past traumas too.
Wow. Anything to unpack, Keith?
I think they covered it all.
No, look, I'll say this. I think that when you meet a person, you're meeting their best representative at that time.
On the
Right?
first
They're-
date.
you're meeting their representative for the most part. Because I don't think people are going to be, if people were completely just open book, they would be farting on the first date and sneezing. I have bad allergies, my nose. Like, it would be crazy. So they're not going to do that. You're going to get that. And then you have, let's say you meet a girl, she's 32. You've got 31 years you don't know about. Right? So you're going to learn that over a span of time. You could be with somebody probably 6 years and you don't know them.
Still don't know.
You know them. You know elements of them, but you don't know all of them.
Yeah.
And there could be something from the past. You just have to hope that the person has dealt with whatever it is.
There's
At
like
least,
triggers too.
well,
So something can
wait,
be
but
lying
at
dormant.
least they don't have to completely overcome it, but they should be doing the work when you meet them.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's perfect. We all got something going on. But at least do something to mitigate that. Right? Because if you don't, 30 years are going to go down the line and, you know, she or he still has issues and they're manifesting themselves in the present.
Yeah.
So you gotta watch it, man.
Yeah. I think that, like you were saying, I think the past matters if they're not doing any work.
100%.
You know, if they are doing the personal development, then it's just something that happened, something they learned from, something that they experience and have gotten better from. But yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, I think some people can like do the work, but you can only do so much work by yourself. So sometimes things don't manifest until you're in the relationship.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't, like you said, the triggers.
Yeah,
So
for
I think, but then it's up to both people to be willing
Yeah.
to work together or help the one person
Yeah.
to get through that.
Yeah. Ultimately, I'll say this, though. I don't think there's no one in this world that can make you change. It's got to be up to you or it's not real.
Yeah.
I think that you got to turn that mirror on yourself and say, hey, I'm fucking up. And if you can't do that, it won't work. Because it'll be temporary because we're creatures of habit, right? So if you're 35, you got 35 years of doing everything the way you wanted to do it. And then all of a sudden, somebody's like, I don't like that. And then you kind of change it for a while, and then you go back to it because you have a pattern.
Yeah.
You have to be able to break that pattern on your own.
Yeah.
Or look at how much you're inconveniencing other people. Because sometimes that's how it is, bro. There's some shit that I've seen about myself, and I was like, nah,
Yeah.
that ain't it, bro.
And sometimes, like we were saying, that there's like these dormant tendencies that we have that can be bottled up in like trauma or just bad habits that we got. And sometimes it takes, like you said, the only person that can really make you change is you. But sometimes it takes somebody to just be like real with you. And
Yeah.
that's like, that's what's cool about having good friends, like somebody that could be real with you.
I think too, from a relationship standpoint, it helps when the person that's being real with you is somebody that you do like. Because you could have been being told this by multiple people, but it was people whose opinion you didn't care enough about, or whatever the case may have been, to actually want to change. And then you meet this person and you're like, well, dang, I don't want to lose this person. So when they say it's said louder, even though it's been being said the whole time.
I don't know about that, though, because a lot of people that you like coddle you. It's the motherfuckers you don't like they're going to tell you about yourself. They're going to be like, hey, you're a piece of shit. And you're like, wait, excuse me? But the people you love and you deal with every day, they're too scared to tell you. It's the motherfucker on the street that really is going to set you straight. That's just the God's honest truth. A lot of times there's people that in our families, we could be doing something wrong over and over, and we don't realize we're doing it wrong until somebody that is objectively telling us.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man.
Like bum advice is the best advice, huh?
Well, a bum could tell you something valid, man.
Yeah.
A bum could be like, hey, man, you're headed down the wrong track. And you're like, you know what? I might need to listen to this guy. Let me put this beer down. But your family, because we've seen alcoholism out before.
Yeah.
And a lot of times family is like,
Oh, man, I just seen my uncle today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And it's like,
He ain't took a shower in a week.
wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to add to this conversation, but
He told me, don't go down that track. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to go shake a shower right now.
But a lot of times when it's something like drug abuse or alcohol, a lot of times the family, they're just so emotionally wrapped in it. They try not to, they're just like, man, he's got to figure it out. But it's somebody from the outside that's like, yo, you are ruining yourself.
Yeah.
You are ruining yourself. You're giving everybody else a hard time. You need to fix this shit.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know if I was talking about it out loud, but I thought about it like being honest with somebody is really a form of love.
100%.
Because if you just let somebody continue their whole life, like you said, being an alcoholic or just being a bad person and you don't say nothing to them, then I feel like you're doing them a disservice.
Yeah.
But if you can be straight with them and be like, I'm saying this out of love, like you need to get your act together, then I think that's like the highest form of love you can show somebody, especially somebody in a bad place.
About 2 years ago, I was training this driver. And while I was training him, he was telling me, like, man, this girl I was with, man, she was doing this to me, and she was doing this to me, and this to me, and blah, blah, blah. And he was just going on over and over, just rambling about what this woman had did to him, right? And eventually I said, hey, man, nobody put a gun to your head and make you choose her. You fucking chose her.
Yeah.
You're choosing your own problem. Mm-hmm. So ultimately, bro, this shit's on you. And the look he gave me, he was just like, well, I mean, you don't know all of it. I'm like, bro,
You know enough.
if you feel comfortable enough to vent to me, then I'm going to be comfortable enough to tell you that you're fucking up.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want to involve me, don't involve me halfway, motherfucker. You got to.
Yeah. That's what those conversations that hit him like, months later when he's driving.
Yeah. And it should hit him. Mm-hmm. You don't go and tell, and I could tell he's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Because, dude, you have to show people how to respect you based on how you move personally. Mm-hmm. It's an integrity thing. If you moving all over the place and you're extending yourself for people that really don't have much value, what does that say about you? You're the one setting the fucking stage for it, man. Yeah, nobody. It's just like going to McDonald's every day and being mad that you fat. You want to sue McDonald's, motherfucker? Nobody made you eat those fries, bitch. I'm playing.
It's they always say it's like 3 sides to a story, or 2 sides to a story.
Right.
That's always the case.
Yeah.
Because the person that's venting is just telling their perspective.
100%.
And they're generally, I've never heard somebody vent like, man, my girl tripping. But I've never heard nobody take ownership like, actually, I didn't take out the trash. But it's always like, man, she always tripping.
This is why I'm not saying as men we should be quiet, but I think that we should be looking for more. If we talk about a problem, it should be more or less to find perspective, not to just complain.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to figure out that shit. Don't be like, this happened, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Like, what do you expect me to do, motherfucker? You want me to hold your hand?
Yeah.
Just man up and own up to what you've done, because there's 3 sides. It's hers, yours, and the truth.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's in the middle. It's something you didn't do, and then she jumped on it. She didn't do something right, and then now you headed down a whole argument tree. Go ahead, brother man.
You're also not going to get the other person's perspective from talking to your friend.
100%.
At some point, you got to talk to the actual person and talk to them to actually understand their perspective, not just to defend yourself or to argue.
I think it's cool. If you do have a good friend, a person that's objective, they're going to ask you questions. They're not going to be like, oh, that's messed up. She should not did that. That ain't right. It's not. That's not a real friend. If you tell somebody and it's something that's personal and they say, hey, so what did you say? What did you do? And then they're going to check you when you fuck up. Because if you got a real friend, they're going to check you like, hey, man, you shouldn't yell. I had a buddy of mine, I'm not going to say who. I'm like, hey, you shouldn't be yelling at your wife like that. You shouldn't be doing that. And it's accountability from yourself and your friends. If you let that shit slip, what does that say about you? You know?
But you got to be also, they have to be completely honest. They can't, when they're telling you, like, man, all I did was tell her to be quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we know those people.
Then you hear her side, and she was like, no, he actually said, shut the F up,
Yeah.
da-da-da-da, you stupid, da-da-da-da. I mean, yeah, but it was still just be quiet. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Go ahead.
Say they be paraphrasing.
Oh, yeah. My thing is I don't spend time around men that talk to their lady like that, and here's why. If you would dog her out like that or yell at her or treat her like that, I don't trust you. You would cross anybody. If you choose somebody and that's your wife and you like, bitch, you know this bitch that you talking to her like that, I can't be around you. Because you're a snake. If you're going to snake your wife like that, you'll do anybody like that. So no. Like, I think you should be around people with enough integrity to check you. Other men that will check you. Not coddle you and kiss your ass. Because sometimes, and it's women and men that do this, they got a group of friends, and they go around them and say, he did this to me. And they're like, you deserve better, girl. And then it's just a fucking waste of time because they're validating you not really being very honest about what happened.
Yeah.
Nobody's really checking you for what happened. Nobody's saying, hey, did you do this? Did you say this to this person?
Yeah. You got to be around people that challenge you.
100%.
Challenge your thoughts, you know. Because, I mean, that's easy to have the people that lift you up even when you're wrong.
100%.
But, you know, sometimes even you have said certain things to me where
Right.
it didn't resonate with me at the time and it didn't feel good to hear.
Yeah.
But years later, you'd be like, dang, that was actually like a very timely message.
Keith's brain is running off Windows XP. Like, I tell him some shit 2 years ago, and they be like, man, what you told me in 2007, bro? That shit was fire. Yeah, that's a trip, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how did we get here, man?
I don't know.
I don't know how we got.
prostitutes.
Whoa, yeah.
Prostitution.
Oh, it's from the past.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what happens in a podcast. You kind of get a little airheaded, you know. You something else you want to say back there, man?
I'm good on this particular topic.
Oh, you got something else you want to say?
Yeah, you got something.
You got another topic in mind.
That dude lifted his head up like, you know what? I'm like, give that nigga the mic. I don't know. I don't have too much pushback on, you know, like when somebody has an extreme opinion. Sometimes you could break it down. There's more context and more nuance to it.
Yeah, and there's no right answer, right?
No.
You know, it's point of views.
No. But yeah, ultimately, I will say your past matters.
I think it matters too, especially trying to build a family, because you know all we're doing is passing on. I'm passing on stuff from like my great grandma, and you know all the way down. So
Yeah.
you know, I think it's important just in terms of you know building a family, so you know. I need to correct this so I don't pass this down to my son or daughter. I need to,
100%.
you know, get this right.
Yeah, there's all kinds of different. Your past matters too because you can have like financial trauma if you grew up poor.
Yeah.
And you know, you're trying to get ahead, but all the habits, the things you've done habitually, are kind of they're inhibiting that because you are still living like you still eating bologna sandwiches and shit.
Yeah.
Like you still eat noodles every day. It's like, bro, you have to find a way to dig yourself out of that.
Yeah.
And usually the trauma that we come from, it doesn't really allow us to make that smooth transition.
Yeah, still making spreads.
Yeah, man, that's nasty. Are you guys familiar with the spread? You guys know what that is? It's like a prison-adjacent meal where they put noodles and like rice and like bologna and chopped up. It's just terrible. It's like a science project.
Yeah.
And they eat this in prison.
It's a delicacy in prison. Said it's a delicacy in prison.
They eat it in prison, man.
Yeah.
They love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard very good things. Your uncle, actually, he was making spreads on Facebook, and he kept posting them. I said, stop. Please stop posting this, man. I'm going to report it.
Yeah.
All right. Switching gears. Cost of living. I'm pretty sure this is a relatable topic. Cost of living. It's went up, if you guys haven't noticed. McChickens are like almost $5, like I mentioned earlier. Anywhere
Yeah.
you go. If you go to a drive-thru, it's always expensive. Why can't you get full off of $7 anymore?
Wait, let's talk about the things that have stayed like relatively cheap. It's probably only like one or two things.
Okay.
One is like the hot dogs at like Sam's Club and Costco. Yeah, those are still
Okay.
cheap. That's like the only thing that I could think of.
Okay. They got a
Arizona's. They just make the can smaller, huh?
yeah. Here's the thing with Arizona. They removed some fluid ounces for it to stay the same price. So you're not getting the same fluid ounces that you got back in 1998.
Less
I
corn
got
syrup.
something,
Go ahead, brother.
and I've been tearing this up, and it's been to my detriment. But right now, Taco Bell has the $5 cravings box back temporarily, and it comes with a chalupa, the fire-fare
break it down, hold
burrito,
on.
and a taco,
Okay.
cinnamon twist, and a drink, all for $5.
Wow.
I've been tearing those up.
Wow.
I'm taking advantage of it before it goes away again.
Yeah. You a sauce or no sauce kind of guy?
Mild sauce. I
Mild
do mild
sauce, like the
sauce.
mild.
Anything hotter than that will tear my stomach up.
Wow. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's Taco Bell, man.
wow. Yeah, Taco Bell is you got a strong stomach, brother, just like you said.
Taco Bell, it's not the food that tears your stomach up. It's that sauce, especially that fire sauce. I love the fire sauce, but if you stay with the mild sauce and don't mess with the hot or the fire sauce,
I can hear
Yeah,
that
you'll be
sauce
good.
tapping in your stomach when you did that. Wow. I
He
mean,
just
you know
drink-
what?
He drink hot sauce.
Hold
when
on. What does that come with again? Say it again. Say it into the mic.
I just had one today, so I should remember.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A chalupa, five-layer burrito,
Mm-hmm.
a taco, cinnamon twist, and a drink.
That's
Wow.
a decent meal.
It's a lot.
That's at
'Cause
least-
the
that's at least
five-layer-
$10 worth.
Yeah. Individually, it might cost more than $5.
Like 10. At
Yeah,
least,
exactly.
At least.
Wow.
He be using hot sauce as a laxative. Like anytime he backed up, he just
Clean those pipes out, right?
I don't get backed up. I'm very regular. I eat a lot of fiber.
No, you're not getting backed up going there. But you will be calling an ambulance if you keep fucking eating those boxes. I'll tell you right now. Yeah. There's some things that have changed price like marginally. Like duct tape went up.
really. That's super
Yeah.
random.
If you use duct tape, you'd be like, this shit is like $2 for $2 now?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? It
I
was
don't
always
even
50
know what
cents.
the OG price was. What was the OG
Oh
price?
man, super cheap.
Super cheap.
I remember when gas was 99 cents a gallon, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like George Bush.
Pass her the mic, man.
I was just gonna say the Dollar Tree is $1.25 now.
Yeah. They be lying.
The Dollar Tree is a lying tree.
Yeah.
They're lying.
And a Dollar General.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a dollar in general at all. It's very upsetting. There is no 99
It is
cents.
general though, like general products, like not nothing too specific.
Yeah. You know what's fucked up? You know it's bad when people are stealing so bad that they're locking up deodorant.
Yeah.
They need to let people get that for free.
Wait, pause. I see why they do it.
Why?
We went to Rite Aid looking for the native,
Uh-huh.
and some kids in there cleaned all the deodorant out.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what this selling for. On
Oh, they slinging
Wow.
they got to be selling it because they literally only stole all the deodorant.
Wow.
And I was there to get deodorant. And
Wow. So you left that store musty that day?
no, I never went in musty.
Oh, okay. You cleaned that up good, man.
Yeah, I was trying. It was preventative measures. I was
There you go. Okay. Nice. Nice save, DJ. Nice. Go ahead, brother.
I got an answer to his question.
Okay.
I've seen this on Snapchat numerous times, but people will steal deodorant, lotion, and clothes soap, and they'll sell it. Like they'll have like 20, 30 deodorants of the same kind, and like I said, the soaps and all that stuff.
Wow.
And they will sell it. I swear to God.
And what is it going for?
I don't don't know what the prices are. I never hit them up.
I thought
But
you-
it's
I
got
thought-
to be a discount.
I thought you said you bought stolen deodorants, bro.
What is it? You got to set the scene for me. Like, what is it? A table that they selling, or
It might be on the table. It might be on the floor. But it's all brand new, fresh stuff. That
Yeah.
You, like
Facebook
why you
Market?
Yeah,
You
he's
got
got a question
20
about
things of the same type of deodorant. You know they've been stealing it. And, they'll do that with liquor, too.
Oh, people buying that liquor for sure.
Yeah, a stolen liquor.
Go ahead, brother.
So I went to CVS today,
Uh-huh.
and they locking up laundry detergent.
Damn.
That they stealing these items
Okay.
and putting it on Amazon.
Whoa.
Like Jeff Bezos.
That's genius,
Jeff
man.
Bezos.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what they doing. Bro gave me the whole rundown. I'm like, damn, bro, you doing this?
The craziest one I've seen is it's a gift card scam. Have you seen it? They're you know how they come in like a little paper thing, and it got like glue.
Yeah.
They're heating it up enough to where they open it, cut it, take the part that's like you get money on, and they putting it back in and putting it in the store. And then when you charge it up, they got the money.
Wow.
That's genius, man. Hey, it's terrible.
Can you explain that again?
They're basically taking gift cards that you buy, like the rechargeable ones, and they're heating it up enough to where the glue part comes out. You know, they could peel the glue, pull the card out, and they cut it in half. And there's a part that's redeemable where you get the money on it. And then they put the other half back in the package and put it back into the store. So when you buy
it, when they scan it,
when they scan it, you got the money now.
Dang.
That's pretty genius, right?
And they say crime don't pay.
This nigga was recording me. When I said it right now, he's like, say it again. That's pretty genius. Some criminals, like, they're using their intellect for the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen somebody in prison, the type of shit they make? A nigga make a cell phone out of a toothbrush. You're like, how the fuck did you do that?
Making a spread is genius.
Oh,
Mixing
man.
all that random stuff together.
Oh, man.
People made like cakes and stuff.
Yeah. They get like a bunch of sugary, what do you call those things? What's the little rolls?
The honey buns.
No, not the honey buns. No, not the cinnamon rolls. It's the chocolate ones covered in frosting. Not ho-hos. What are they called? Ding-dongs?
Ding dongs.
Hostess?
Probably it's Hostess brand, though. The swirls, something swirled, whatever.
Chocolate swirl one. Yeah.
And they get a bunch of them and turn them into a cake, and then they put more frosting on them. I'm like, and they was like, happy birthday.
Nah.
I'm like, you finna kill this nigga with that cake. It's diabetes, man.
Nah.
That's not, bro, that's worse. They might as well just shank him. You give me that much sugar, you gonna kill me. Go ahead, man. You got something you want to say, Mr. DJ? Oh, okay. Oh, you ain't got the mic. He got it back there. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, the cost of living. I was gonna bring up the car payments. I feel bad for anybody buying a car right now. That shit's wild. It's like $1,100 for a car payment. Well, go ahead. I'm not shopping for shit. I'm good. But there are people paying $1,200 for a car payment, brother. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, those people want like Teslas, the Model X and stuff like that. Cause $1,200, what is that?
That's not true, because that's not a top car now. Top cars are like $1,400.
Well, like she said, or they have bad credit, so they.
No, that's not true either. They're paying a lot of money for these cars, brother.
I gotta know the type of car.
Yeah, we're talking about like Mercedes and things of that nature. Mercedes adjacent, Audi. Those are fucking $1,200 a month for a car.
A brand new one. A Tundra.
Yeah, Tundras. Yeah, they did.
Those
They
are
went up.
expensive cars.
Oh yeah. What's crazy to me is with this economy, how can you afford that?
You gotta
Like
split it.
Huh?
You gotta split it.
For what? If you look, I knew this dude that he had he was an owner operator. He had a 1996 Toyota Camry.
You gotta explain to people what that means.
An owner operator, I think they know what that is. It's a truck driver that owns his own truck, right? And he made $500,000, and he had a 1996 Camry. It looked like a regular car. It's paid off. I just think people are too obsessed with how things look than how things are.
Yeah.
I'd rather be the guy with the paid off car and not have to pay a fucking payment of $1,100. That's insane, because even mortgages are nuts. They're like fucking $2,900, $3,200 a month.
Yeah, and they're just going up.
It's just
every
going
year.
up, man. People, I mean, they gonna make everybody start an OnlyFans at this rate. Keep this shit up. God damn. Man, if they keep this shit up, I'm gonna start showing my feet, Keith. Fuck it.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Some people are just obsessed with keeping up with the Jones.
You said what?
Some people are just obsessed with keeping up with the Jones.
Yeah.
By any means necessary.
Yeah. He pulling out all the cliches.
Yeah, I know. That must be
But nah,
jam.
that's
That must be jam because jelly don't shake like that.
No, that's real. It is especially when you see people on Instagram and they got the new cars and
Yeah.
new houses and stuff. People definitely want to.
Now, don't misunderstand me. It's okay with getting yourself something nice. People, especially you do the work, you deserve it. But like, if it's at the expense of your mental health because you got to pay this big ass payment, that's a lot. You don't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do that. And if here's the thing, if people judge you for what you're driving, fuck those people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to be around somebody who's like, you don't drive a Mercedes? No, I don't drive a Mercedes.
Yeah.
Like,
Then you say you would go on dates and then the girls would be like, "Hey, where'd you
oh
park?"
no, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's how you also can dictate whether you really need to deal with this young lady or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after you get through a date, where did you park at? Oh, I parked over here. Where'd you park? You just want to see what kind of car I got. You think I'm stupid?
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is some people use that as a dictator of wealth or finances.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst one. A car is a depreciating asset. There's a motherfucker driving around with a 96 Tacoma, and he's got $2 million in his bank account.
Mm-hmm.
And
A
people don't.
depreciating asset.
Yeah, when you drive off the lot in that nice car, it is depreciating. Once you try to take it back and sell it, you're not going to get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Keith's Jeep don't have a bumper on it.
Yep. I'm glad
They
you
did
put that
once
on
upon
Front
a
Street,
time.
buddy.
Yeah, you would never know that he do live podcasts.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I will say, once upon a time, I had a bumper, and I got into a bad accident, and then now the bumper is in the trash somewhere.
That sounds like an E40 song, bro.
Really?
Once upon a time, I had a bumper. Oh, man.
That's funny.
Yeah. What's that song E40 had back in the day? Mustard and mayonnaise.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's a trip. There was something else I wanted to tackle in regards to that. Oh, when I see people doing things on social media, as far as, whether it's something financial or, big purchases, I think that's great. That's a great milestone, whether it's a house, cars, whatever. God bless you. But I know what's going on in the real world. You can't fool me, right? The average American, what was it? What percentage was it, the paycheck to paycheck? It was like 70% during the pandemic especially. And then the average American couldn't afford a $500 emergency. So, I really know what's going on out there. This is why, whether I'm doing good or bad, I don't say shit. Just keep that slate clean. I'm blessed when I'm doing good. I'm doing bad, I'm still alive. So for me, I just keep that shit off of social media.
Yeah, that's the tricky part about social media. Sometimes you're comparing yourself to somebody that don't really got it like that.
100%.
They just know how to take quality pictures.
100%. And trust me, I know how it feels to not have it.
I know people without cars that take pictures in front of Teslas all the time.
Damn.
Yeah.
He got the Tesla that's so sleek, you don't even got to sit in it.
Yeah.
You just take a picture next to
You
it.
don't even got to own it.
You ain't got to own it.
Yeah.
That's right. What do you call that? The self-driving? I know how it feels. Like, when I tell you I didn't have it, I know how it feels to have your car repossessed while you're at work. Back in the day when I was in college, I used to work at Sears. I went in to do my shift, and I seen the tow truck come up, and I was like, yeah, I think he's getting me. I think this guy is taking my car. He's getting closer. He took it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, are you Eddie? I'm like, yeah. And then I didn't have a car. I had to ride the city bus for a while.
You didn't even try to fight it?
Now, what am I going to fight him for? I didn't have the fucking money.
Yeah.
Eddie just accepted his fate.
I just
Are
accepted
you
it.
Eddie? Is this your car?
Yeah,
No,
it's
no
me.
more.
Do you know how it feels to just cross your arms and watch somebody taking your shit?
That's
is
worse, being a tow truck driver, like the one that pick up the repos, or being like a lawyer if you defending like somebody like a Tory Lanez or R. Kelly.
What do you mean? What's worse? As in what? Give some
Like,
context.
what's a worse profession? Like, So like, who has a worse soul?
Oh, who has a worse soul? The lawyer, 100%.
The lawyer?
Because if you're defending Young Thug, nigga, you really tripping. You see what that dude did at the Young Thug case? He said Thug stands for, what did he say? Some shit.
Truly humble under
Truly
God.
humble under
Yeah.
God. If you don't get the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
come on.
That sounds
Pushing
crazy.
P means push. It means standing.
Pushing positivity.
Pushing positivity.
Yeah.
Like, you know you fucked up when you got to turn bad shit into something positive. Stupid.
I would have bought the Push and P one though, because I never knew what it stood for. I never said it. I was like, what is
It
this?
started in the Bay, actually. They're the ones that started it. That's like, you know, we from the Bay. Pushing P, I guess who started, it wasn't, who was saying it? Was it E40 who was saying it? Too Short? He's probably Too Short, yeah. Too
That's
Short.
cool.
I don't, you know what's crazy about Too Short? Too Short probably one of the most misogynistic rappers in the history of the world, and everybody love him. He'll be at a concert with like 80% women. What's my favorite word? They know all his songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's a trip, though. I think we'll get around to being okay with who we are at some point. Because
Yeah.
I think that the shit that we're doing, we're on pace to not be okay with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people with the body problems. It's because of what you're consuming.
Mm-hmm.
You're consuming too much content of people that are doing good. You're consuming too much content of women that look great and have nice bodies. That's what some of the surgeries, man.
Yeah, what they say, comparison is
It's the thief of joy.
Yeah.
100%. If I see somebody doing good, I'm like, hey, man, more power to you.
Yeah.
And if I see somebody else and they're doing something great, even if they're not a good person, I'm like, man, more power to you. I'm going to have my time one day.
Yeah.
My time ain't now, but it will be someday.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to try to replicate that or force it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you kind of, as a creator, you have this this journey where you start out by having this dream of doing something, and then you start to see people ahead of you, even people that live in Bakersfield,
Right.
and you might start to hate a little bit, like, man, that ain't even that funny, or that's a terrible picture, or I shoot a better video than that, and then you grow from that, and you realize, like, man, I'm just hating. I don't even have to compare myself to that. And then that's the real growth, because you know your time is coming, especially if you put in the work in.
You got to stop yourself from hating people, dude. That's a bad one. Because I've been in that position. I think I mentioned this on a podcast. I remember I was talking to this young lady. I was going to BC at the time, so I was, 20 years old? I liked her a lot. I was crazy about her. One day I texted her, and I seen her across the campus. And she looked at her phone, and she put it down, and she got in the car with some other dude.
Dang, that's
And-
devastating.
And I was just like, man, fuck that dude, man.
Oh,
That dude didn't do anything wrong.
yeah, I thought you was going to point that energy at the girl.
No. Because that's what happens when you're delusional.
Yeah.
Because your energy is the wrong way. First of all, she never owed me anything.
Yeah.
First of all, like if a woman just decides she don't like you no more, let her go.
That's
right?
fine.
That's number one. And two, that guy is just being himself. He just had the juice. I didn't.
He probably don't even know of you.
He didn't even know of me. And if he knew, he'd be like, well, I don't care. I'm still gonna do what I want.
What if he listened to the podcast? He'd be like, man, I remember that day.
I mean, hey, God bless him. I hope you got a listener. Yeah, that would be full circle,
Yeah.
right? Hopefully, we reach the apex of success and we make a lot of money and he comes to my show and I'll be like, hey, what's up, brother? You look good down there.
Oh, dang. Now that's
He gonna be like,
Yeah.
he gonna tell you, you look good up there. I remember I reposed your car.
Oh, shit. Yeah. I'm like, you still work there?
No, he didn't repo his car. He repoed his girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of lowlights, man. I've had a lot of lowlights. Everybody's so obsessed with the highlights. Everything's a highlight. Everybody's got new clothes on the internet. Everybody's got money and they got cars. I've had some lowlights, bro. And I
Yeah.
think that those lowlights have impacted me way more than things that have been good.
Yeah.
I've had some low motherfucking lights.
You know who got a crazy low light going viral right now is Draymond Green.
Oh, yeah.
He just punching people in the face and choking people out.
You know what's crazy is the guy that he hit was Nurkic. Mm-hmm. Is the dude is from he's a European guy, and he had an accent. He's like, I don't know what he's trying to do, but that brother needs some help, You believe that?
I can't have no Draymond Green slander.
Give him the mic. Give him the mic. Give him the mic.
Being a Word fan and all, I can't have the slander. I mean, no, it's okay. He doing some BS right now.
Yeah.
Bro, rock bottom somebody. I'm like,
Yeah. You know, in the 90s, he would not have this problem because it was the WWF back then.
Yeah.
People were fucking each other up. If him and Dennis Rodman went head up, Rodman would have fucked him up, though.
Yeah.
Rodman was a dog. Rodman, any of those Detroit guys, Lambeer,
What's the dude from the Knicks?
Artest.
Ron Artest, yeah.
Oh,
Ron Artest
God.
was kind of like Draymond. Because he was doing, at one point, he was doing some weird stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That might be the worst fucking elbow I have ever. It's the most
remember-
blatant elbow.
I remember that picture floating around with James Harden. His face was like indented.
You know what's fucked up about that? Is that what he did when he elbowed him? That's illegal in UFC. You know that, right? An elbow to the
illegal
back of the
nowhere.
head is illegal in UFC. You can't do that.
Yeah.
He did it in NBA, and he just like, oh, he loaded up.
But he acted like he was celebrating.
Yeah. Yeah. He was out here in Bakersfield not too long after that. After they smoked the Lakers.
Did he have a concert?
Yeah, he had some talent.
Yeah.
And he was back then it wasn't called Club Bricks. I think it was called Cabana Palms. And it was a really nice nightclub, and Ron Artest just walked in. I was like, what the fuck is he doing here? And he was like, yo, what's up, y'all? I'm like, this guy's a rapper too? What's going on? Yeah, that's a trip. He's not that big either. Ron Artest is probably about 6'5", bro. He might be 6'6". He's about 6'5". But he's crazy.
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all.
Go ahead, brother.
Who went in a fight? Draymond Green or Ron Artest? Who y'all got?
I got Ron, man.
Artest.
I got Ron.
Yeah.
Cause you ain't beating that mental illness. That is straight mental illness, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Somebody's got to get this guy the mic. Go and get him on. Go ahead, brother.
Boy, Sal.
Yeah. This brings back to the Pacer incident, you remember?
The what?
Yeah.
The Pacer incident. Ron Artest was part of that.
Oh, of course.
See? So you
The
can
Malice
think
in the
about it.
Palace.
Yeah. It's the reason
Yeah.
why Reggie Miller retired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
See?
He was supposed to go off into the sunset. He's supposed to get a title. They were supposed to win, and Ron fucked it all
Oh,
up.
the season was over, huh?
And they were really
Yeah.
good. Weren't they number one seed?
Number one seed.
Oh,
He was mad about
man.
I
it.
forgot about that.
That's
Yeah.
why it's like, Draymond, he's good and all, but if someone checks him, like
Yeah.
Artest would,
Yeah. Ryan
Yeah.
was a nut job, man.
Yeah.
But when he came to the Lakers, I appreciated it.
Yeah.
He was good, man. But what's crazy, the Lakers kind of did Ariza dirty. Because Ariza came and got that first title. And then
Swapped him out for
they
Ron
swapped him out for
Artest.
Ron. And it worked. But I liked
Yeah.
Ariza better, actually. That's
Hey,
crazy.
man, a chip is a chip.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say, as far as the Malice in the Palace, I'm not gonna completely blame that on Ron being crazy, because he did some of his exercises he had learned at therapy. He walked away, he laid down, was calm, then they threw that drink, and it was up.
Yeah.
So I can't blame him for that.
Yeah.
I think that the NBA, or this is the problem I have. I think the NBA, NFL, or any other large league will allow you to stay when you're crazy, but you got to be good. If you're good, you could be crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, once Draymond, his production fall off, if he can't play defense no more, it's over.
It's over.
Isn't
But-
that in every industry almost?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's what happened to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rick James. We talked about this. Rick James held a woman captive for 24 hours and burned her with a crack pipe. Literally.
Dang.
He had him and some girl he was with, burn her with a crack pipe, and we love Rick James. We don't question anything he does.
Yeah.
I guess like the new Rick James, would it be Chris Brown? I don't know.
I don't know who the new Rick James is.
Yeah, I just think we love people that have done some terrible shit, man.
Yeah.
They've been some terrible individuals, but they're like, we love his music. Like, that guy smokes crack, man. Bobby
Can you
Brown.
separate the artist from the music?
We can't separate Bobby Brown from the crack. There will always be crack there. So, go ahead, brother.
I just heard someone say you have to separate the producer from the production. So sometimes the producer is a horrible person, but the production is great and can be. So like it was about a show called The Chosen, which is like a show about the life of Jesus and all these different things. And they were saying, well, the person who produces the show is this religion or whatever. And the guy was just basically saying, but what he's teaching is actually true Bible and all these things. So would you not watch something that is actually a great production and very valuable just because you don't like the personal life of the producer himself?
Yeah.
So I thought about, those who listen to R. Kelly's music and those who don't because of his troubles or whatever.
I think a lot of us try to act so sanctimonious, but at the true core of it all, none of us are in alignment with everything. The same people that be like, oh my God, how could you do this? It's like, we're all using a cell phone made by child slaves. Like if we really wanted to do change in the world, we wouldn't be engaging in a lot of things we do. That jacket you got on, there was some brown kid that made it for 5 cents. Unfortunately. I'm
That's
cracking
Levi,
a joke,
though.
but it's the truth.
That's Levi.
That's
that
Levi.
Might be made in America.
It's made in America?
I don't know.
Stop. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at some point we all have like our morality will get tested based on what we engage in. So if we've got these phones and we're like, peace to so-and-so and peace to Palestine, peace to Israel, peace to this, all of that, right? We're still engaging in things that oppress people. America is a business, bro. Like that's just the truth, Matt. That's just the truth of it all.
Yeah.
So like if we say, I don't want to watch that show because of this person, it's 100% that you're engaging in something that's also oppressing somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate thing.
I think I'm growing to be able to separate the production versus the producer. I think with R. Kelly, especially now because time has passed and it's been a long time since the Surviving doc came out. Obviously, there are some songs that are like very graphic, which it just kind of doesn't really sit right with me. But I think some of the Step in the Name of Love and some of that stuff, I think I can still play those songs.
Step in the junior high.
Dang.
Step in the junior. No, I'm playing. He didn't say that. Oh man, R. Kelly is so crazy. Who's worse, man? Allegedly P. Diddy or R. Kelly? Who's worse?
P. Diddy.
Oh,
Who's worse?
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly?
Yeah.
R. Kelly is a victim of issues with himself, like things that happen to him. So hurt people, molested people, molest people.
Oh.
People that like children, things happen to them. And not to say that it's okay at all.
100%.
But that is a problem in communities or people in general.
Right.
Yeah.
It says right to communities. But those people that don't get the help that they need, they can't. It's harder for them to recover and be better as they get older.
Yeah.
So P. Diddy is just the devil, period.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened to him. Maybe, I don't know. But with R. Kelly, if you were molested, then it's higher chances that you will molest someone.
Yeah.
That's not to say it's okay. It is very sad. But
Yeah.
I think that it seems from the outside looking in, I hear what you're saying. It sounds like with P. Diddy, it was more like the money and the power and the greed. That's why he was having his freak offs. But R. Kelly was doing that before he was like famous. He was
100%.
pulling up to the McDonald's when he was just a guy in Chicago singing at talent
crazy.
shows.
I think too because some people would feel as though R. Kelly is worse. I think what makes him seem worse to some people is that his documentary is already out.
Yeah.
When
Oh,
P. Diddy
dang.
comes out and you find out he was doing what R. Kelly was doing, but he was also having people killed, but he was also
Yeah.
doing whatever. Because in the same report, to hear that he raped somebody and that he also blew up somebody's car and that he also, he committed,
Yeah.
all these different, it's just a complete, he covered all boxes.
Yeah, that's true. But due to legalities, we're going to say allegedly for now, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to say that.
How about everybody ain't lying?
Can you imagine blowing up Kid Cudi's car? That's nuts. He'd be like, That's crazy. Kid Cudi seems like such a chill dude.
Yeah.
He probably was high as a motherfucker when his car blew up. He was like, man, this shit is good as a motherfucker, man.
Diddy was just as bad as Suge. He just wasn't They did a lot of the same stuff. Just he's not the physical, imposing threat that Suge was.
Yeah.
Suge is 6'5", 350 pounds, ex-football player, just big old blood, a whole bunch of bloods hanging around him and stuff. But Diddy, like he said earlier, people died around him that was involved.
Yeah, that was true.
Did he kill Tupac? Did he have Biggie killed? Was Suge's homeboy Big Jake? Was he involved with that? He probably wasn't. Wolf, which was his boy, got killed. And did he have Kim Porter killed because that book was coming out? And he didn't want the secrets to come out.
We'll never know.
In due time.
Yeah, in due time we'll find out. But for now, we're just going to ask the question, and we're going to say the word allegedly. The reason why I say that, and people are going to laugh. They're going to laugh. But, as you can see, there's not a massive reception. But that doesn't matter, because if this goes out, because it's going to go on YouTube, and if more people see it than they should, and they're like, we'll get a fucking cease and desist for that.
I got Tasha K. She got a couple of those.
We'll get a cease and desist letter.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. But I could see with her, she had like a lot of like the Christian empathy. You didn't want
Christian empathy.
Yeah, you didn't want to attack him.
Yeah.
Right? You're a very deep biblical person. But me,
Yeah.
I have a faith in God, but I'm still very worldly. So I will say, fuck P. Diddy, okay, and R. Kelly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Fuck him. Go ahead.
Also, I would blame more the people as he got older and more famous, the people with R. Kelly, because they're the ones who are in a sound mind, and you're allowing him, watching him do this.
That's a fact.
You're now the
Yeah.
Diddy person.
Yes, you
You're
are.
benefiting off the profit of him.
You're enabling the behavior too, because
Right.
I'm gonna be real. If I seen any dude that was taking advantage of women or beating them or something, I gotta say something. Like, dude, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't. In the 90s too, and then all of a sudden people are like, yeah, I seen him do this and that. Why did you wait till there's a whole fucking rape case and all these other things to say something?
Well, they're P. Diddy's bodyguards,
I know, man.
not
But,
Cassie's.
oh, well, either way.
I
There's no amount of money, like your integrity at the end of the day is going to
Yeah.
be, we're all going to die someday. So you got to live with the fact that you allow women to get taken advantage of. You can live with that. I can't live with that.
But some
Yeah.
of them too are we speaking from the P. Diddy standpoint, maybe didn't say anything because they watched him get people killed. So it's like I can speak up, but I know what he's capable of. So
Yeah,
what better
that's a good
time
point.
than now? Now if I come up dead, they know who did it because
Yeah.
it's a hot topic right now.
That's a
I
good
heard
point.
someone in the interview say that he had written a book and something, but then at the end of the interview, he said, if I come up dead, y'all know who did it.
Damn. P. Diddy is the type of dude that will like not do anything for like 20 years and then he'll kill you.
Yeah, and and everybody's not dying on like, oh, they were driving down the street and got shot. They're dying on like,
Weird shit.
they went to the doctor and I'm like, you got the doctors
Yeah.
and lawyers and all these people.
He
on
went to
payroll.
McDonald's and he choked to death. Shit like
Like
that.
a slow death, huh?
You know, one of the sickest stories I've seen was a woman had married multiple times, right? And her husbands always died mysterious deaths, right? So what ended up happening is they found out what her last husband, he was in the hospital, he was really sick. They didn't know what it was. They couldn't track it. They were doing blood work and everything, right? They found high levels of arsenic in his blood, which is toxic. And she was poisoning her husbands. Like, she was married 4 times. They went back and dug up all of her husbands, and they had such a high level of arsenic that it was comparable to what the current husband was dealing with in the hospital.
Wait, back up.
That's fucking nuts. She was poisoning him with like coffee and food. She was putting all of it in his food.
So that goes to your question earlier. Do you want to know a person's past? You want
I want to know if you killed your husbands. I want to know
All
that.
right, you got to know.
That's
that.
important.
Not even if you killed your husband. Why all your husbands dead? Even if you didn't kill them, what type of luck or whatever you got on your life that's getting everybody that marries you killed?
The 5th husband, dumb as hell.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You kind of got to put it on you at some point. Like, you got to know what's going on. Yeah. If she tells you she meant that her husband was toxic, literally. They had toxic fucking
Toxic
blood.
relationships.
She fucking put arsenic in. That's crazy.
Did she go to prison?
You know what? I don't remember what the end result was, but I'm sure she probably did. Because he was so sick and they couldn't figure out what was wrong. But she was poisoning him over a duration of time.
Yeah.
So he was slowly getting sick. It was like a debilitating thing.
God damn.
And he was dying. They saved his life.
That was dope.
Yeah, she probably had him on. He probably had her on that insurance or probably on that policy. And if that's another thing, if it's a bunch of rich guys, she's hitting the bank, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anybody else?
You cashed out.
About this
You're
topic.
not eating no Taco Bell back there, are you?
Not yet.
All right, man. Go ahead.
One of these stories about the woman killing her husbands and all that. Something you might want to do if you ever get married. Don't take out a life insurance policy that's too expensive. The man or the woman, I say about 50,000, enough that if I pass,
That's just
she
enough for
get back
tacos, man.
she can get back on her feet at least. Why does she need $500,000 or $1 million policy?
Well-
Then that's gonna give her motive to kill you if it goes bad, or vice versa.
You go first.
I was just gonna say it might be that high if you have assets. Like, so if you own a home and you owe $500,000 on it, the person dies, they needed to cover it.
Yeah, that's a good point. You got something?
I'm just the husband.
You took the mic from her? Okay, here's the thing, man. I feel like if you make a good decision in whatever woman you're with or you marry, you do want to make sure you take care of her if you're done. So you do want to get a good policy, especially if you got kids, man. It shouldn't be leverage for her to kill you. If you think she's gonna fucking kill you, you shouldn't marry her, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. That's just my opinion. He wants the mic back. Go ahead, man.
Vast majority of marriages that somebody end up killing somebody or trying to have someone killed, they didn't know that was going to happen. It might be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years in the future. They didn't know, the day they made those vows that someday I'm going to kill her or she's going to kill me. You guys didn't know that. Who gets married, planning on the worst? The worst is going to happen someday.
I mean, hey,
We don't know the future. Nobody can predict the future.
There's some validity there. Go ahead.
Janelle's hand is hilarious.
I would only say for somebody like that it happened 20, 30 years later, the person pissed them off in the meantime. So you
Whoa.
could have been like cheating on that
Victim
person.
blamer.
Yeah. Because it's like, if you cheated or it's anything like that, that made you upset, and it's like, oh, now I got to kill this person. I got to get this person back. Because maybe in the beginning you didn't marry them thinking, oh, I'm going to kill him.
Be good to her, DJ. Good.
I'm
Just
just
the
a husband.
husband.
You better be good to her. They're gonna find you in that jacket. He gonna be like this. The sketch when they write around you in chalk. He got that suit on. Go ahead, man.
They still do that?
Yeah, they still do it.
Oh, okay.
You know what's hilarious? I forgot what movie it was, like a comedy where a dude, it was Coming to America, where it showed it like the dead body and they put the chalk around it, and then there was a dog next to it with the chalk on it. That's crazy, man. Yeah, but to what he said, you should be in a space that you do want to take care of your family. And as far as the murder thing, there's got to be something there. We all see something. You got to see something.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't see. Get past her the mic there.
You don't just wake up one day and want to murder somebody. You've been planning that for a while.
So it's premeditated.
Oh, yeah. My cousin got shot by his
I know,
baby
that's
mom.
crazy, yeah. Go ahead, brother. That wasn't supposed to be funny. That wasn't a joke.
Talked about triggers, man.
Golly.
No, it wasn't.
Craig, I got hit by a bus. Ha ha ha. Go ahead, bro.
When you're so blinded by love, so obsessed in love with the person, then you ignore the red flags that other people outside might see. And
That's a
if
good
they,
point.
If they try and tell you something, you ignore it. Nah, she would never do this. He would never do this. No, we're in love. There's no way possible that they could be doing something like that. You're going to ignore everything Even I've seen like forensic files. I've seen cases where they've proven she tried to kill you. She was poisoning you and all this stuff, and he ignored it. Like
That's
didn't
true also.
believe it.
I think
Just so
most
blinded by love.
I think most domestic violence, or like if somebody dies or gets murdered, there's probably some what do you call it, cases or filings
Yeah.
or whatever, police reports of
Yeah.
people getting beat up or punched or something like that beforehand.
True. Yeah, you know what though? I will say this. I do say women don't forget. They don't. So I would say don't do shit that's going to damage that union. Because if you do cheat, it could be 20 years down the line and it just pops back up. And there are women that hired hitmen. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it, man. I haven't seen it personally.
Murdered by John Wick.
Go ahead.
No, I had nothing, but now that you said it again,
Uh,
I would just say as a man, just write it down so that it's like a paper trail of write everything down you did so that they could find that paper trail and be like, okay, it probably was her because this all that he did right here.
You always check the spouse first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time someone comes
Speaking to the mic, young lady.
Every time someone comes up missing or murdered, they check the spouse first for
Yeah.
foul play.
Yeah.
It's they're always the first person. Even if they were together, it's always the first person.
They're just gonna
they
ask
go.
questions.
Yeah, like just to check. Some people
Yeah.
got like tight alibis though, but they really did kill him.
Yeah. Anybody here remember the Vincent Brothers case?
Yeah.
That's insane, man.
Those investigators were elite.
Yeah, they
Do
were.
like the bugs on the.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a world news.
Wait, I know
You
your
said what?
your family or your godparents live in that neighborhood. Do they remember? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
There was a family that was on the news that moved into that house and they moved out of it because they said you seen that? They said they kept seeing shit.
Yeah,
there
that's
was a
not good.
family that was
They gotta
murdered
knock
in
that
that
down.
home, and then probably maybe a decade later, or maybe probably 6-7 years later, a family moved in
Yeah, I remember.
and they moved out. I mean, if you get a good deal on a murder house, would you turn that down? You know, I think they have to.
I personally knew a couple of them.
Don't they have to disclose if it's a murder house or not?
Yeah.
After a certain amount of years, they don't.
Suicide.
Really? So imagine you close on that house, you sign everything, and it'll be like, hey, man, was that? What?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
it is. Right here, man. It's open.
It's kind of weird the way it's set up. It's a gender-neutral bathroom.
Yeah.
But it's like 3 doors before you actually get in there.
You know, the funniest thing I seen, it was a bathroom, and it was an all-genders bathroom, and then it showed somebody in a wheelchair with a dress on. I was like, what the fuck?
No, it didn't.
It did. I swear to God, it was somebody that showed like, you know, how it's like a man, and then a woman is like a dress.
Yeah.
And then it showed the wheelchair, and it was like going through the person with the dress. I was like, what is this?
That's wild.
Did you know Joni?
Huh?
Was she there when you were there at Camp King?
What happened?
Joni?
Who?
Joni.
Joni? I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
she was one of the counselors there. I'm not sure if you were there that.
I was there one year. Weren't you like a camp advisor or something like that?
Yeah, that's where we met.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I was
there.
like in the
Fire.
I was like in 6th grade, and you were how old are you, dude?
I think you were in '98, right? Or were you '97?
I was there in like '97 probably.
Camp Keep.
I was 17 then. I think you were 12 going on 13. So
Yeah.
it's about 4.5 year difference between you and me.
Yeah,
That's
I was
crazy.
there, and Joni was there that year too. You may not remember her.
I don't really remember. I just remember getting them free lunches. That's what I was there for.
Wait, where was this at?
At Camp King, it was over there at California Park.
Camp King.
It's down California at that park there, but there's
Okay.
like a recreation, like swimming pool and shit in there.
Yeah. Oh, you used to go
Park.
there?
Yeah, it used to be like a thing for the community.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
State
right.
Park.
Y'all go swimming and stuff?
And I knew Mr.
yeah.
Brothers too.
You said what?
I knew Mr. Brothers too.
Oh yeah, Mr. Brothers was like he had a mean streak, dude. Go ahead.
Well, because he was the vice principal at Fremont.
Okay.
Okay. It's all connected now. Because
So-
at first he was talking about Joni and some other stuff. I didn't really know where this was going.
So Mr. Brothers, the vice principal at Fremont. I went there. I was already.
Oh, you
gone
still
by
call
this
him?
time.
You still respect him, huh? You still call him Mr. Brothers?
We don't respect murderers over here, bro.
Vincent, his brother, same person. But if my mom would pick my little brother up, but the time she couldn't make it, I'd go pick him up, and he was in this magnet class called Magnet after school program.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And when they were done with that, the kids would go to the office, and I'd go see him to have him released so I could pick him up. And that's how I knew Mr. Brothers. Also,
Wait, what school is this?
Fremont.
Fremont.
Also,
Tragic.
I knew him from the gym, 24 Fitness. He went there with his mistress, or
Oh, yeah.
somebody else he was messing with.
God
Went
damn.
there too,
Yeah.
and I seen Mr. Actually, I worked out with him afterwards because this was when he was out on bail. So when he was out on bail, I wasn't coming to.
You worked out with a murderer?
I wasn't
That's
coming
crazy.
to.
That must have been a
conclusions.
tough workout.
I wasn't.
I bet you guys were killing it. Go ahead, bro.
I wasn't going to come to any conclusions, until he was actually convicted. That was 2004, and we actually worked out together. I asked him how he was doing.
Oh, y'all worked out together.
I wouldn't trust that guy to spot me.
I
Let
thought
the
he
fucking
meant-
bar fall on me.
I thought he meant they just was in the gym. Like, what's up, Vince?
No,
Like,
we
what's up,
actually worked
Vince?
out that day. Not like every day, not like that. It was like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
While he was out. And surprisingly, it's not like you would think everybody be mean mugging and all this stuff. He was just
He was a charming
a
guy, wasn't
random
he?
person.
Yeah.
Just a random person working out.
Yeah.
And we did bench press together. I asked him how he was doing.
You got too much trust, dude.
Yeah.
That dude still had blood on his shoes. You were working out with him? What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
It wasn't proven yet.
Yeah.
He was across the.
But see, he's convicted, so I could talk shit about him. There ain't no allegedly with that guy. That guy's a nut job.
I didn't want to believe it, but
What's crazy about him, though, is the way they busted him. The forensics and what they literally use insects that only existed in a certain part of America to bust him. They found him in his radiator. That's insane. That is high level. And I guess because he had his phone, even if your phone is turned off, it'll ping the towers.
The crazy part is he probably would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling bugs.
That was a good one. You guys are familiar with what the fuck is it? Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Every episode was the same. Why do we watch it? Every episode they pull the mask off and it's the fucking mayor or the governor. You meddling kids, and we watched it. Matlock you guys remember Matlock? That's every episode's the same.
Yeah.
You got this old man, fucking older than Joe Biden. He's cracking all these cases. If you lose to Matlock, man, come on. This motherfucker needs to be in bed before 7, and you keep losing to him? It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, how do we get here, man? Jeez. That's the thing about podcasting. You just talk yourself till you blue in the face.
Yeah.
All right.
He got
Negative.
a good Vincent Brothers biopic.
Yeah, I know,
He
right?
probably write a whole screenplay.
He's like, I don't know if he really did it yet, but it's like, this guy's in prison. Come on. All right. Switching gears. Negative self-talk. And do you want to? Well, we'll talk about it in a minute. I think a lot of times we tend to shit on ourselves for no reason. We will invalidate ourselves before making a statement.
Yeah.
We'll be like, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I think a blah. Stop doing that. That's just unnecessary conversation. And it's also projecting your insecurities about yourself. And people see that shit. I was doing it one day, and Keith kind of checked me on it. I said, oh, man, I'm just a truck driver. I ain't that smart, but I think this. He was like, bro, you got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
And I
did say that.
You did.
Yeah.
And I really started to think about why I said that. And it could come from a slight insecurity when you get involved with or be around people. You might feel that they're like a smart group of individuals or whatever, and you don't want to insert yourself, but you actually may have the intellect to talk to them or be around them or whatever the case. But you shouldn't sell yourself short. And your thoughts become things. So when you keep on doing that shit, you're going to start subscribing to it. Don't do it, man.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Even with us now, we don't have, how do you say, when you look at these huge 1% podcasts that have live podcasts, me and Keith talked a couple years ago, we should do a live podcast. We're like, we don't really got the biggest audience yet. We need to wait. But All right, brother. Hey, God bless
All right,
you. Thanks
Manny.
for coming through, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Enjoy your water, bro.
He was pouring that water loud over
That
there.
water was like bling, bloop, bling, bloop. It's fucking Titanic. God damn. Yeah, you will sell yourself short for no reason, and it happens a lot.
Yeah.
And like, we got a small group here, but at the same time, we got an engaged group, which is awesome. But most people having a podcast will be too afraid to even have a live podcast.
Yeah.
They're afraid that nobody's going to show up.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't got 1 million people here, but people are listening.
They wouldn't know it from the camera.
Yeah, the camera look like it's a fucking.
And then it's the stage.
The camera look like it's like the Apollo. Yeah, but yeah.
But no, I mean, it says that in the Bible, you know, like, as a man thinketh, so is he. So I think that when it comes to the words that you say, like, we're only a given profession, a given title because we say we are.
100%.
Right? You know, like, in terms of DJ is a comedian because he says he's a comedian.
100%.
And we're podcasters because we say we're podcasters. And maybe at a certain point it didn't really resonate, like, oh man, I've only went on stage twice, or
Right.
you know, I've only have like 20 episodes out. Like, it's just a little podcast. But
Right.
you know, once you really get comfortable with, you know, speaking things and then like speaking things into existence, you really like nip that in the butt, the negative conversations or the negative comments you have about yourself. Because you could like you said, you could stop a blessing literally just by saying certain things.
Yep.
And I think that you know, once you become aware of that, you got to stop doing that.
Yeah, you'll condition yourself out of it. You know, and that's the thing. How do I put this? And I think a lot of us do this shit. We don't realize it. And even if we don't vocalize it, we're doing it mentally. Like, I'm not going to go around those people. You know, I'm not smart enough to be over there. Or maybe I shouldn't be over here. Are you guys familiar with the artist Russ?
Yeah.
Okay, Russ had 11 albums. They all flopped. Russ was getting 7 listens. Russ was getting 15, 20 listens. And he kept going. Then he started releasing a new song every week.
Yeah.
Every week, and he started to catch a buzz. Imagine if he fucking quit.
You would never even know.
Imagine, you know how many great artists there's a guy that I just started following. He gets 91 monthly listeners a month, and he makes beautiful music. Awesome music. It's right up there with all the great music. And it's like, you gotta stop being discouraged by like the optics. Like, it's you're looking at a person that's getting 90 likes or 90 views, and you're like, he's not that good. He's probably amazing. It's just the way it works at first. Kevin Hart, everybody went through this shit. Everybody went through bombing on stage. I think it was Kevin Hart or Chappelle, one of them, they just bombed. No, it was Akash. He bombed every week for months. He just bombed on stage. Bomb. And he's Middle Eastern, so I guess it makes it funny.
Dang.
But he's bombed. And I'm like, but he bombed every week, and he didn't get a lot of laughs. And then he all of a sudden started catching on. But I mean, you're never gonna get there selling yourself short.
Yeah, I've seen. We were going to the well, and I remember seeing a guy. He was so bad.
Yeah.
You know, the first few times, and then we stopped going. Then we came back like 2 years later, like after the pandemic, and he was killing.
He's killing.
He was cooking. So yeah, you really see it. Like, people that are really dedicated. It don't matter what it is. If you're really dedicated, you'll make progress. At least
It happens when you care. When you care, you're gonna show up. We have been doing this podcast for 5 years and 8 months now. Every week, we have not missed one episode, and the engagement we get is pretty organic. It's not us trying to force feed people. They just tend to like what we do, and we appreciate it. I think what's pretty impressive, we got a guy from San Diego that we met on Instagram.
Yeah.
That
my
came
guy,
down here in
Kamal.
Kamal.
Yeah.
That also does a podcast.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how you can make that type of impact where you guys are pretty solid distance from each other,
Yeah.
but it's some people that'll see you every day and they won't even see it. But a lot of people don't believe in you until you make it. So they'll be there when you make it. I always believed in you, Keith.
Oh, I went to school with him.
I always knew the glasses. You look very, very distinguished man with those glasses. Go ahead, man. Give him the mic.
These ain't even real.
So, I learned this from other podcaster, Dewan B, and he always says this. He says the power of fiat.
Okay.
So basically what it is you tell people or you train people how to teach you and who you are. So like with me, I'm a news anchor. Did I go to school for journalism? Hell no. Double majored in sociology and economics. But I tell people I'm a news anchor, and how I construct my shows is news shows. Down the line, people start calling me a news anchor.
There you go.
So it's like it's the same concept of what y'all coming with, where you tell people who you are. Like Jay-Z, he told me I'm Hov, I'm the best rapper.
He did.
Donald Trump, I'm gonna be president. I'm the president. People laughed at that shit. Was like, oh hell no, you sound crazy.
Yeah.
Kamal Burgundy. Kamal Burgundy.
Yeah. I mean, he's right. I think that you have to subscribe to it, but it has to be real, right? You have to really believe, like, this is who I am. This is what I represent.
Do you think it's possible to say something to yourself over and over and not believe it?
I think when you really don't believe it. I think when you have the foresight or the idea of where something's going to be, you really believe it. And I think that you don't really work too hard in trying to sell it. It's just who you are. You know that it's a process. Go ahead, brother.
I think you can say it even when you don't believe it, because if you keep saying it, eventually you will believe it. But also, to add to what he was saying and what you're saying, the words you keep using is I am. So I am is different than I do. Like, this is what I do versus this is who I am. I am a comedian. I don't just do comedy. Because we know people who just do comedy. They go and they do open mics, but they never make it to a point of it being past a hobby. Who you are and what you do are two totally different things.
Yes,
sometimes.
I think Keith had told me something relative to this. He said, like, when people ask, well, what do you do? Oh, I drive trucks, right? That's just my job. That's not who I am. So Keith was like, tell him you do podcasts. Tell him you're a podcaster. And I was just like, what? But then I thought about it, like, I actually do podcasts. I've been doing it for 5 years. Like, this is my identity, not driving a truck. That's not what I want. That's not who I am. That's just what pays my bills. But I can't see myself doing. The reason why I know I'm going to make it, or us as a collaborative, is because I don't see myself doing that job. It's just kind of like you see a limit.
No matter how hard you try, it just like you don't see yourself 10 years from now.
I don't see myself sitting in a truck driving for somebody. I don't. I don't.
And you flipped them, because I went through the same thing. You used to lead with, like, when they say, well, what do? You lead with your 9 to 5, just being that's temporary, versus actually saying, like, oh no, I'm a podcaster. So now you get to a point where you probably don't even bring up trucking unless they ask,
do not.
Why is your podcast called A Trucker's Mind? Oh, well, it's because I do.
We've done,
like, that comes up later.
We've done 300 episodes, and the topic of trucking has hardly ever been a topic. Probably 2 times in 5 years. You don't talk
when
about that.
When that one was like, he didn't use the brake and he ran.
That was
over
one
everybody.
time.
Yeah.
And there was probably another time. But we don't. You've been on DJ's been on the podcast more than anybody.
Tree was the OG. Like,
he was the OG. He was like the second interview, but DJ is the first.
I was gonna say, don't make me mad, Trey.
No, Tree.
I was gonna say, Tree passed me. I gotta
Nah, not at all.
Does this count? Are we tied still? We both
Yeah.
You better say something, Tree, or you don't count. Nah.
Yeah, Tree was on twice.
Yeah.
And then Joe Maynard was on 2 times? 3 times? 2?
No, yeah, he was on twice.
He was on twice. Yep. No, he's on 3 times, because he was on one with me, you, and your brother, and Nate. Remember? That was the second one. The first one was at my old apartment. The second one, we were over at Beacon Studios, the old one on Crippen Street. And the third one was at the new office that we're at. Yeah. Damn.
Because we was talking about deadbeat dogs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Not paying child support.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we used to record at Eddie's apartment.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was DJ. We had one on around Christmas. It was me, you, DJ, and Kyrie.
Yeah.
And I guess the conversation, the child support came up with Kyrie, and it made it really awkward.
Got triggered.
Yeah, that's always gonna come up with him.
Yeah. Like, that was one of the topics. Another one was him saying, like, not knowing his dad. I was like, hey, man, you're bringing the fucking podcast down. You got to stop that shit.
Find your dad,
the
man.
the first one I did with y'all though, we talked about Martin Luther King.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was the
Clip is
first
floating
one.
around somewhere.
Yeah, bro.
I'm talking about mashed potatoes, not mashed potatoes, sweet potato salad.
What happened?
And the Martin Luther, I forget the conversation, but I
We
remember something.
violated Martin Luther King multiple times on this podcast. Because I guess like what people don't realize, there's like we talk about the civil rights activists, but there's sides of him that were kind of lowlights. Him running off on Coretta,
Yeah.
and people don't know this, but he actually had a white girlfriend that did an interview, and it was
Yeah.
before all the civil rights stuff, and she was like, he wanted to come out and be with me, but I told him we couldn't do it, and I was just like, this is crazy.
Wait, the white girl said no?
No, yeah, she said we couldn't do it because it was,
Dang.
think of the time.
She's the real civil rights leader then.
What do you mean?
Because look at the optics. If Coretta Scott was white, that wouldn't work. He can't be marching in Alabama with a white woman on his arm.
Nah, he can't. Not
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
He'd have been like,
Yeah, we need to give her more like props because she
saved him from
saved the
himself.
movement. Yeah, for sure.
He'd have been like, hey boy, what you doing with that white woman over there? I'm just minding my business. Leave me alone. Yes, nuts. Hey man, thanks for coming out, brother,
Thanks for
man.
coming, man. All right, Debo.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. Most def. I see that guy hitting the weights, man. That guy works out with murderers. That's a trip. He worked out with Vincent Brothers after that shit.
Yeah, that's wild.
He's like, I didn't know if he did it or not, but I was like, I need a spot, bro. So we started working out, went to Taco Bell afterwards, had a good time. That's back when the tacos were a lot cheaper, bro. Shout out to him, man.
What's his name?
I forgot his fucking name.
Dang.
Great
Imagine him
guy.
watching this back.
It'll come back. It'll come back. Oh man, that's what happens in your 30s. You'll have some amazing thought and it's fucking gone.
Yeah.
I know what's happening. You guys are barely 30, right?
Early 30s.
Oh, you're just 30. And you're what, 30?
No, 30.
Oh, okay. You guys are all
Don't
young.
put no
You 30
extra
also?
on
30 what? 32? Oh, okay. All right.
She's a cougar.
Oh, okay. No comment on that. Oh, man. Well, I'll say this. And what the hell were we just talking about before we went on a tangent?
Yeah, negative self-talk.
Yeah, negative self-talk. I think that as a society that also absorbs so much shit on social media, it's also easy to run those things back to you because you're projecting kind of what you see. So, like we mentioned, all the shit you see on social media, I don't have that.
Yeah.
I'm not driving that. I don't look like that.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
You're gonna have your time. You don't want to. You have somebody say, "I want to look like that. I want to go to the gym and look like that." You should want to look like you, but a higher version,
Yeah.
right? You still want to reach your higher self. However that looks, that's however it looks.
Yeah. It's going to look different on everybody, too.
Yup.
Like, no matter what type of shape you get in, it ain't going to look like
No.
Hugh Jackman or
No.
Thor or something like
No.
that.
Some of those guys are taking gear too, so that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Hugh
And
Jackman.
you can't, that's not consistent. Because I was listening to a conversation with Michael B. Jordan and Ben Affleck, and they were talking about how he filmed Creed. And he said that, the dieting and everything is all part of it. But they shoot all the fight scenes in the beginning of the, they're shooting a movie for like 3 or 4 months. So,
Oh, shit.
they shoot all the fight scenes within like the first month because it's not really sustainable, trying to,
Wow.
eat a certain amount of calories and eat a clean diet. And then he says like all the more intimate scenes where he has to have a shirt on and stuff, then they shoot that later on so he can actually eat and, not
and then
be
all the
irritable all day.
scenes, and then all the scenes where he has his shirt off, you just hear all the women in the fucking audience. Oh my God, his shirt's off.
Yeah.
Don't take your girlfriend to see that movie. Yeah. Speaking about that, let's segue into Homeboy from the movie.
Oh, Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. Have you guys been following what's happening to that dude?
Yeah, his girlfriend's still following him.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Crazy. Insane. I guess the dude, recently there was a video that came out of him running out of a car and his girlfriend was chasing him.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, why are you chasing him? This motherfucker is in Creed shape. You're not going to catch this guy. Yeah, but
Yeah.
if he was running, does he have heels on?
I think so.
Did
Yeah.
she?
Was she? I couldn't tell. Did he have her phone or something? Why was she chasing him?
I
like
don't-
that?
Oh,
Yeah, I think they were arguing over the phone.
he get on the.
Oh, yeah.
Get him, Mike.
The driver was basically saying, hey, she's after his phone. So he was trying to not give it to her. She was trying to take it. So that's when he said, you know what? I'm out, and bounced out.
Yeah.
Wow.
The driver said she was the aggressor. He was one fleeing.
Oh,
And
wow.
then you see the video where he bumps into the two random people that meet her. And you see
Yeah.
him just look at her and then walk away. And then
Yeah.
she's about to chase him. And
yeah. It's
there's a
crazy.
great ones in that.
These weird toxic relationships, they're just becoming too normal. Like, this is crazy. I don't know if he's putting his hands on her, she's putting his hand. I don't know, but it's just bad. That
Yeah.
we can say that it's bad.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You shouldn't be with a chick you got to fucking run away from. That doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
Somebody edited that video together, too.
What they do?
Like, somebody sat there on Premiere and, like, put all the clips together seamlessly.
So that's why I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'd be like, it's Hollywood. I don't know what's real and what's fake.
Yeah.
Because I also seen the video while he was going through when it first came out, like, oh, Jonathan Majors hit his girlfriend, whatever. I saw a video of him, like, randomly breaking up a fight in the alley. But everybody stayed, like, in a certain frame of the camera. Nobody's back turned to the camera. It was all like, guys, we don't have to do that. But, like,
Yeah,
I was
it's a
like,
director
this is
somewhere.
like-
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably a boom mic. It's like a lot going on.
It's a whole production, huh?
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know what's real. Like he said, the whole
Yeah.
thing was.
There was a little a situation where Megan Good was walking into the courtroom with him, and like he stopped and like fixed her hair. I think some of that shit is for like good publicity.
These are all.
I think so,
These
too.
are all actors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they're-
got something? Come on.
So I think the damage is done already to bruh, but also we gotta call out bruh talking about this white woman should have been like Greta
that is crazy.
God damn.
That is crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
But
Let's-
if you hear this statement in context, it sounds a little less crazy.
it's fucked up, man. It's
yeah,
weird.
it's wild to say, but when he said it, it didn't sound like, hey, I want you to be like a strong black woman. It sounded more like, I just want you to support me because I'm out here doing great stuff for my community.
There's two sides of it that make it worse. One, you got to get the mic, brother.
I was just gonna say, yeah, but don't name only black women that you want.
Yeah, you gotta switch it up.
Yeah.
Just go get a black woman. Then.
Who, yeah.
If
Who
that's
else
the
could he
case.
have named? A strong white woman.
Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts.
I'm a fan of. We was recently talking about Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
It's a lot of. What's her name? Angelina Jolie was Tomb Raider. She's strong.
You know what's weird is imagine. Let's flip this shit around. How do I do this? Imagine if a black woman was dating a white guy, and she was telling him, "You need to be more like Denzel Washington. You need to be more like fucking whoever." It's just weird. Like all the comparisons are black. Also, how does he view himself? If he's saying that she should be like Coretta Scott, does he think he's fucking Martin Luther King or what? And
That's
also,
why I want to say what I'm saying. You got to hear the whole like conversation, but I don't say he was comparing himself to Martin Luther King, but he was saying like he was like the positive self-talk we just talked about. He like, dog, I'm really out here when it come to acting. You know, I'm really doing this. We just did Creed and all this other stuff, and he was saying like, yo, like you coming in the house drunk. I got to work in the morning. You bring your friends in here and partying and stuff like that. Like he basically saying like the same way that Michelle Obama was, you know, kind of supporting Barack Obama on his, you know, his run for president. I need you to be supportive in that way.
I think it's weakness when you're telling somebody how they should be, though. That's weak. Like if you get with a woman and you want her to be like somebody else, then what does that say about you? Like no one's gonna be the way you want them to be. That's not the real world. So I just find it weird. Like if I gotta be like this, who the fuck are you? Like that's the thing that's crazy. And you know what's wild about him is when they got him in court, it's like his nose got bigger. Bro. I don't know what the fuck happened, but like he looked more guilty because his nose got big.
Yeah.
It's like, God, this guy Jonathan Majors is a trip.
When 13 Years a Slave come out, he got to be in the movie
As what?
as a slave.
Slaves don't look like that.
Slave number
That
one.
nigga too buff to be a slave. Are you serious?
Nah, you tripping.
He definitely not too buff. They would have actually protected him and made him a breeder.
Yeah, for sure.
That's wild. He has like slave adjacent features though.
Nah, not adjacent.
He could have been Nat Turner or something like that. He kind of got that Frederick Douglass vibe going.
Frederick Douglass. He kind of dressed like a slave too.
Yeah, you see him in public.
Yeah.
That's so wild, man. That's a trip. It's just all these Hollywood. Everybody's falling apart. Will Smith, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Now they're saying Will Smith is getting hit from the back. What the fuck is going on?
By Dwayne Martin.
No, well,
Yeah, it's crazy.
that was gonna be mean. That was gonna get me. I was just gonna.
He was gonna get canceled.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention how they thought it was a dude, but it was actually Jada.
Oh
If you see them
man.
from behind, you can get confused.
It's like Jada, she loves when I bend over. That's
I
crazy.
think Jada should be fair game right now.
Will Smith is so crazy. Go ahead.
She ruined the Fresh Prince, so she fair game right now for
I
everybody.
think Will Smith can revive his career. He just needs to go dark, get off all social media, and then don't come back until he creates that I Am Legend movie, and then he'll clean the slate.
Truthfully, go ahead. Well, I was just thinking about it as you're saying that. I think maybe, again, this is Hollywood. This stuff can be created. Maybe Jada doing all that she has done, because it kind of turned Will into a sympathetic figure. People were like, oh, she doing Will wrong. So maybe this was all strategic to get Will back to where he needed to be, because he had became the villain.
You need to write.
It's almost like I used to watch wrestling. So there's a heel turn, but then there's also like a babyface turn where you can go from the bad guy to the good guy by making one move. And with the one move, going up on stage and slapping Chris Rock, the smaller comedian who seemed innocent, it made him a villain. But Jada, again, has made him a sympathetic figure. Now it's like, Jada's doing Will so wrong.
Yeah.
She's the reason. She's being the blame for everything now.
Yeah.
You finished, bro?
Do you
Almost.
get some water, man?
Did you watch the Sci-Fi Channel a lot as a kid, man?
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Hey, do y'all? Me, DJ, and Eddie, I know we know, and I don't want to say the person's name, but there was like a specific YouTuber or YouTubers that were like, they had like a narrative going for like 3 weeks. It was like 4 weeks where they had broke up, and I think somebody had found like text messages from somebody else, and it was like they had created these vlogs like in series. So, and we know that was like so fake because the couple is still together now. So. I say that to say I don't put nothing past nobody. If like some small YouTubers can try to like steer this narrative to boost their channel or boost their views on their YouTube page, then I think that the Smiths could do something similar.
I was just gonna say, or Will could have been bad the whole time, and just like the attack on R. Kelly, Bill Cosby did it. It's the same thing now. Jada. But he could have been hiding a lot of things. But what more believable person for it to come from than his wife? Because as far as we know, Will's life is so secretive, and he's her.
I mean, that could be true. Because you got to realize in the 90s, Will Smith was just the guy. No one knew anything. He was just a movie guy. But all this shit started happening once he got on social media. Then people got to start seeing who he was. So if he had stayed off social media, who knows? Because Denzel Washington, nobody knows shit about him.
Yeah.
He stayed off it. Does he even have an Instagram?
I don't think so.
He don't got nothing, do he? Him, Jay-Z, Jay-Z don't got one either. Jay-Z had an Instagram for like a week, and he deleted it. It was only to promote a movie.
Yeah, the Harder They Fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trip, man.
Would that be considered victim?
Go ahead.
Would that be considered victim blaming?
What's that?
Blaming Will Smith for being in all this tragedy right now?
It definitely is. Multiple things are true about this, man. Multiple things are true. But when it comes to Will Smith, man, there's certain things, integrity-wise, I don't like. You slap Chris Rock, okay. But the apology was just not a real apology, because he was apologizing, but in an actor way right after it happened.
In 4K too.
What's weird about it?
In 4K.
What's weird about it? We were recording a podcast when it happened. Keith seen it on Twitter, and he was like, "This is fake," and I was like, "I don't know if it's fake." And then we literally elaborated in real time.
Yeah.
And then we ran it back. I forgot. We got to find that episode. And I was like, this guy's full of shit. That was a bullshit apology. And then he created a parallel with the movie. I was a protector, just like Richard and such. I'm like, shut up, dude. You should be in jail. When you assault somebody in public, like if anybody did that, we'd be in jail. But Will Smith slapped a man and sat right back there. I lost a lot of respect for him when he did that. You don't go assault somebody and go sit in your seat because you're Will Smith. Had that been Tyrese, they would have kicked him the fuck out. Anybody else, especially Tyrese.
Tyrese.
That guy cries too much. Get him out of here.
Yeah. All this sounds good until I Am Legend 2 come out, and I'm right
I can't
there
watch. I can't help to
premiere.
watch that one.
Yeah,
That's going to be a hell of a movie.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great movie. Can you imagine what Will's going to be like with those zombies now? They all look like Jada, first of all. So now
Dang.
he's got a real motive to killing these fucking zombies. It's like, Jada, Jada. That's crazy. Will Smith is so crazy. That's wild. Yeah, I can't wait for that to come out, man. Any other comments, concerns, or anything anybody individually would like to bring up before we close this podcast out? This guy's got the microphone. You guys want to take it? Go ahead, man.
And my lady kind of brought this up.
Go ahead.
Do y'all think Jay-Z about to be next?
Oh,
Wow.
With the how the Diddy allegations is going on? Because she brought to my attention Foxy Browns.
Yeah.
Whoa. There's something there.
Just saying.
I mean, I would say it sounds like it's a little too late for that, but you just never know. But even with Beyonce, he's like 12 years older than Beyonce. So, and, there's some, confusion around when they actually met and when they started dating. So, man, I don't know. It's tricky.
I just don't see him getting Jay-Z. Jay-Z just seems like he has too much power. I feel like he's 10 years ahead of this shit.
I think you also have to continually do bad things.
Yeah.
Maybe
Jay-Z,
if Jay-Z was doing bad stuff in the 90s and he just cleaned it up, he good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I could see Jay-Z squashing it somehow.
Yeah.
Like, you better not say nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead, brother.
To follow up on that, there was also that incident where he had that boxer, the one that what's him hit in the back of the head, heavyweight. He was under Rockefeller's organization as a boxer. I can't remember his name right now.
Really?
I don't remember. He fought the champion. You see the video when he's crying about he's a world champion who cries about how he hit him in the back of the head.
Hit him in the back of the head.
With
a bottle?
No, it was a boxer for a championship title.
Uh-huh.
It was up and comer. I can't remember his name right now.
Uh-huh.
You can look it up because the heavyweight champion right now currently for boxing.
Fury?
No, the one before Fury.
Oh.
Not Wilder?
Wilder? Okay.
Because in the video you see him, he accidentally hits him. The family immediately goes to Rockefeller saying, hey, can you support us because our boy was supposed to be your guy. And then you see it nah.
He didn't
the family
support
is
him.
the one supporting him.
Yeah.
Rockefeller didn't help him at all.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
see
wow.
that. So that might be one other incident right there.
Yeah. He's not perfect by any means. There's a lot of people that have, especially Dame Dash and other people.
We
there.
caught
So-
Jay-Z in some bullshit before.
Yeah.
I guess during the Super Bowl, he didn't stand up. I guess it was not Nelly Furtado. What's her name? The one that went crazy. Shit.
Britney Spears?
No, not Britney Spears. That's just one of them. Demi Lovato.
Oh, Demi.
Demi Lovato. I guess he chose Demi Lovato to be at that Super Bowl, and she was doing like the anthem, and Jay-Z didn't stand up, and he gave a bullshit excuse why he didn't. Like, if you're not gonna do it, that's cool, but don't lie, bro. He's like, I was tired, I was sitting down. I'm like, come on, Jay, cut that shit out. If you're not gonna stand, don't.
Yeah.
I think Jay-Z would be, in a sense, untouchable only because Beyonce.
Oh.
Nobody's going to let anything happen to Beyonce. She's like the perfect person to
Yeah.
somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's a
Like,
great point.
That would tarnish her.
Yeah.
So maybe being with her was like a plot because, no, you can't touch him because of Beyonce.
Damn. it's him, but it's Beyonce too.
Man, that's what Diddy messed
Damn.
up. He didn't have like a strong female figure.
I'm gonna tell you why she's right. Because ASAP Rocky got in some shit and he with Rihanna and that shit disappeared.
Nah, he's still in the thick of it.
He ain't going to jail.
It's going to disappear, though.
It's going to. She gonna come in the courtroom like, what are you doing? And they're gonna be like, all right, we're sorry, Mrs. Rihanna.
Yeah, I do think a lot of these guys do benefit from the woman they're with. Because even the level that you see Travis Scott reach by being with Kylie Jenner.
That's true.
You do get to a spot where you kind of can be untouchable. So Diddy might have should have got Kim Kardashian or somebody along.
Well, I was just gonna say, and even they had to separate Kim and Kanye for Kanye to be like what people would say crazy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't. But
He was
Beyonce-
crazy already with her though, but go ahead.
Exactly. But for them to like tear
crazy,
him
crazy
down, they
now.
had to separate the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Kim
Yeah.
is no, we're touching Beyonce. Nobody cares about
Kanye is a very strange character because it's like, no matter what he says, as crazy as it is, it's like he's not fully canceled. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Anybody else would be done.
Yeah.
Kanye does his very eccentric behavior. Like he had some song that's not cleared, the Backstreet Boys song.
Yeah.
And he was standing there with no shoes on, with like a fucking karate gi on. He's like, everybody, and everybody's saying it's dope. I'm like, I don't see the craze about it. Go ahead.
I think it's just the aha moment that he gets. The one
Yeah.
that video where it says "gotcha." It always comes back that way. You don't know how or why, but it just does. You're like, what?
Yeah.
You're just shocked on that.
Yeah, I think Kanye's had. I think his mother passing was really tough on him because I think she balanced him a lot.
Yeah, even in the documentary, you can see.
Yeah.
Kind of like he leaned on her a lot for perspective and even like like support when he wasn't feeling the best or he wasn't confident or something. She was always there to support him.
Yeah, that was a big loss because that nigga went straight crazy after that.
Yeah, you can see it in the doc.
Yeah, it was crazy. He was saying something to Justin Bieber. No, he was cussing out Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
He's like, that's why your album flopped. You ain't
Sit
shit.
your
You ain't
ass
did
down."
nothing with your life. Sit your stupid ass down. And then Chance is like, I don't know. Like, what's your problem, man?
Kanye must be the strongest dude ever because they be letting he talk to people crazy.
Yeah.
I seen the video of his at the little gathering. and he
Yeah,
was just
the
yelling.
newest one.
He was on the rant, but he was also like, if you talk, he like, yo,
You getting
like
exited.
he cussing everybody out, and I'm like, how nobody?
But when you're crazy like that, some people, they just got to let you be crazy. Like, if you ever went by somebody that was probably homeless talking to themselves, you're just like, hey, just be in your natural habitat, brother. It's cool. You got the floor to be crazy.
Yeah, and the words he used, because a girl was like, one of the ladies said something to him, and he didn't say you'll be kicked out. He said you'll be exiled.
Oh, my God.
them type of words might.
Well,
be-
this nigga a Roman emperor now? What the fuck is he talking about?
She did get kicked out.
Yeah.
At the end of the video. Was that the same one I was recording? Yeah, she was.
He probably was arguing with Kim. She's like, I'm tired of it. You have been banished. Yeah. He probably called her a peasant and shit. That guy is something else. Well, it looks like we came to the end of the road.
Yeah.
We genuinely appreciate all those have showed up because on paper it looks so motherfucking different.
Yeah.
On paper, everybody's like going.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But people had things to do on Saturday.
Yep.
And that's cool. We appreciate those that took out time from their day to come and just shoot the shit and talk to us.
Yeah. It was dope too having like people's perspectives because usually it's
Yeah.
just me listening
It's
to you
just
all
us.
day. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
I could tell when Keith's uncomfortable because his glasses just start really getting hot.
Fogging
The
up.
steam coming out. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to close this thing. For those that are just hearing this on the airwaves, if you made it to the end of this episode, we appreciate you. Thank you for listening to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Things.
We're out of here.
Peace.
There was fights too. change